recording started, right? Ji?
Yeah, it has started. Yep.
Yes.
So, hello everyone, and welcome to day two of Nanda. And just a heads up for today, it can be a little longer than yesterday, and please bear with us because we want to go with each and every remedy that Guruma has designed in a little bit detail, explaining and understanding, and the question and answer session at the end. Okay, so sit with the note and pen as usual, note down your questions, and we will be discussing or taking it at the end. Okay. So let's start by a small prayer and bowing down to our God and Gurus. Om Shri Siddhi Buddhi Sahitai Shriman Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Atma Tvam Kirjamati Sachara Prana Shariram Griham Puja Te Vishayopabhoga Rachana Nindra Samadhi Sthiti Sachara Padayop Pradakshana Vidhi Stotrani Sarvagiro Yata Yata Karma Karomi Tata Tata Dakhilam Shambho Tava Aradhanam Shambho Tava Aradhanam Om Namah Shivaya Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I bow down to the divine in every one of you. And today I started by a small invocation to Lord Shiva so that whatever I say today would be by his blessings and without any bias. And the remedies that we are going to discuss today, may they help you. Okay, with this prayer and by bowing down to Guru Ma, Dr. Jayshree and Gurudev Om Swamiji, let's start the session today. So, today's remedies that we are discussing, they are extracted from the scriptures and they can be applied in your home, office, or flat. Okay. Next slide, Deepak ji. So, what is done for? Okay, and this one is what we all go through and stand by. Especially Guru Maharshi always quotes this verse. If someone wants to go ahead and read this for me.
I'll try. Yeah, it's Gun Gan Laghu Dosh Samanvitam Bhavnadev Griha Grihadi Kamishyate Jal Laven Shikhi Bahuta Pavan Shammeti Gunair Dhi Koyatah.
Yeah, Gunair Adiko Yata. Good job, Komalji. So, what basically this verse is saying that uh, we have to balance the positive aspects with the negative aspects. If there are more positive aspects in a house, then that house is favorable and it can be taken into consideration. Okay, so this is what Guruma always stands by, and she supports it and says that there is no need to break walls or move them. If we can just increase the positive aspects of the space, then the negative aspects will affect less. So this verse is taken from Sri Raj Vallabh, a scripture that is called Sri Raj Vallabh, and this is what we truly stand by. Next slide, Deepakji. So this is what I was talking about yesterday, that we do Vastu for four basic things. And if we are not that much familiar with it, and everybody thinks that Vastu is only done for lands, but it's not like that. But we do basically from the scriptures, we have taken this and we do Vastu for four things: lands, cars that are vehicles, temple, and beds. So just like we were discussing yesterday, temple Vastu is a thing and bed Vastu is also a thing. So when I was new to Vastu and I was learning it, I was also very surprised that is there a Vastu for bed? Is there a Vastu for temple? What about cars? Because land we are all very familiar. But yes, our scriptures support this. And Mayamatam, this verse is taken from Mayamatam. Anybody, if they want to go ahead and read it, then we can discuss what it is. No? Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, sure,
Hello.
Ravi Kamji. Yeah, go ahead.
भूमि प्रसाद यानानि शयनं च चतुर्विधं भूर भूरे मुख्य वस्तु सयात्र जातानि यानि ही.
Good job. Yeah. So basically, this says that Vastu is done for four things. You can go ahead and change the slide, Deepaji. Land, bed, car, and temple. And my mud scripture supports this. It says Bhumi. Bhumi means land. Prasad. Prasad means temple, palace, or mansion. Yanani means vehicles. And Shainam means bed. So all structures such as temple, bed, and vehicles are produced from the land itself, right? The land gives us this. So land vastu is utmost important along with these three things. We will all also learn about this more in our next courses by Adra and Jaya. Okay. And in architecture principles, I would like to quote that Ma says that land is the mother of all structures. So it is to be chosen with very, very utmost carefully. It should be chosen. Okay. Its quality will directly influence the success, peace, and prosperity of your life. Okay. Or whosoever chooses it. As humans, we kind of are attracted to the space that will nourish our soul and that will be very peaceful, and where we can create a sacred temple so that we can have a very restful and rejuvenating sleep space, workspace, and where we can live happily with our family, right? And vehicle is also very important. Why? Because it will transport us from one place to other place, and we want to do it in comfort as well as in safety, in a safe manner. That's why we are doing Vastu for these four things. So here land is very important because land is treated as a living entity in Vedic Vastu culture. Okay, we treat as a living being. It carries both kind of vibrations, the positive vibrations as well as the negative vibrations. It carries healing as well as the harmful effects. Okay, so that's why we have to select the land, we have to purify the land, and then we can start our construction on it. That's why we do the land vastu. So land holds memories. Just as water holds memories, land also holds the memories. So it is having those kind of memories of the people that who have lived on it or whatever structures that were on that before. That's why it is very necessary to purify those vibrations and to imbibe it with the positive vibrations. Okay, this is also called as doing a pran pratishta of the land, as we do pran pratishta of any idol before placing it in a temple or at the home temple. We also do pran pratishta of the land to remove negative energies and the karmic imprints that the land carry. Okay, so that it can align with the universes or cosmic energies that we are trying to imbibe it with. Next slide, Deepakji. Okay, this is repeating, sorry. So we already saw this that we would do for this four basic things. So how to purify the land? Land can be purified by using Panchagavya. Can someone tell me what Panchagavya is?
Is it
घी,
the cow?
दूध,
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
घी,
That's right.
दूध, शहद
हाँ जी.
और गंगा जल
शहद
में भी.
शहद ना पंचामृत में आएगा सर.
हाँ
ओके
जी.
जी,
पंचगव्य
ओके.
में, हाँ, पंचगव्य जो हम
Cow
यूज करते हैं
dung.
प्यूरिफिकेशन, यस,
Cow
इट्स
dung.
cow dung, cow urine, milk, yogurt, and ghee. Okay, so it is a little bit different than panchamrit because panchamrit will have honey, sugar, ghee, milk, and yogurt, and panchagavya will have cow dung and cow urine instead of that. Okay, so पंचगव्य से भी हम लैंड की शुद्धि कर सकते हैं.
Sorry, can you just
पंचामृत,
repeat? Can you repeat? It's cow dung,
oh,
cow urine, milk, ghee, and
yogurt, the
yogurt. The
curd.
curd.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's a little bit different because here we call yogurt and India calls curd. So yeah, sorry. So Panchagavya, Panchamrit, then Sarva Aushadhi. So Sarva Aushadhi is a kind of mixture of haldi, vaj, kud, chandan, nagarmut, and salt and stuff like that. The herbs, basically herbs. So Panchagavya, Panchamrit, Sarva Aushadhi, and Jal. Jal can be Ganga Jal, or it can be water that has been infused overnight with gold, silver, or gems, okay? Gem water. Or it can also be if you have water from your guru's feet. That is, if guru has come and if you have washed his feet or her feet, you can have that water for purification of the land, okay? So Panchagavya, Panchamrit, Sarva Aushadhi, Jal, and even the footsteps of important people like Brahmins, Guru, Sadhak, or any tantric in that matter can also help to purify the land that you are trying to construct on. Okay, so these are the things that are used to purify the land, and it is given in detail in Ma's books. Okay, Vastu Remedies as well as the Pink Book of Architecture. Now, the other thing that we do after land purification is Garbhavinyas, Salyodhar, and Adhigrahan. So, Garbhavinyas is the process in which we imbibe the land and place the manjusha in womb of the land, okay, so that the land can have those positive vibrations and they can radiate towards the whole land after we are doing construction on it. Whereas Salyodhar, it is finding the defects, rectifying them, doing vastu shanti havan, things like that. All of these we will cover in detail as on we go on with the next slides. I'm just giving a little examples here and there, okay. And Adhigrahan, I also talked about it yesterday. So it is a method of land acquisition. What do you mean by that is you are claiming that this land is what you are trying to build on and you are trying to live in this land, on this land. So you are trying to claim this land as your own and you are praying to the land that whosoever seen or unseen energies that are present on the land, may they reside at some other place so that we with our family can reside here, or if it is for office then people can work here, okay. That's what basically Adhigrahan is. And the stepwise procedure for Adhigrahan and everything we will see in the slides ahead, but it's also in Vastu Remedies book of Jayshree, Dr. Jayshree, okay. Next, oh yeah. So no, this was the slide I was going to talk about. Sorry. So
Yeah, no.
yesterday, when somebody asked me that what should they do, how should they prepare for the next day, and what all things are to be kept in mind before he goes to sleep, right? I forgot if it was Navneet or Ravi
It was
Kanji.
it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no need. So, this is a general thing that you have to follow every single day, not only just one day. So, before doing, what do you need to follow is you should get up before sunrise. Okay, it's called Brahma Murata between 4 and 6 a.m. Sunrise differs in every places the time of sunrise. So, look accordingly, and you should meditate daily, read Vastu scriptures daily, make notes. Making notes is as important as after making notes you have to keep on analyzing it and applying it, okay. Otherwise the notes doesn't work, even if you make it and just put it and don't look at it or analyze it or apply it, okay. So these things are important too, and we should try to stick with sattvic food. This is optional but it is good, okay. Perform Surya Namaskar daily. Definitely, I stand by this. Maintain good character because a Vastu consultant should always maintain a good character. And irrespective of you being any Vastu consultant or any human being, you should have a good character. And you should be fearless because fear will stop you from doing whatever you love. Okay. So keep your fears aside, pray, and be good. Read scriptures that will give you strength. Next slide. Okay, so here we go with our remedies. This is our first remedies, reading scriptures. Yesterday, I was keeping on trying to tell and reinforcing that you should read scriptures. Now, here on, we will see why you should read scriptures, what will happen when you read scriptures, okay? If somebody wants to go ahead and read the shloka. No one?
I will try.
Oh, Smita ji, sure. Go ahead, please.
Tasmat Chatram Shastra
Yes.
Tasmat Shastram Pramanam ते कार्याकार्यव्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुमि कर्तुमिहार्हसि कर्तुमि आहार कर्तुमिह
Arhasi.
अर्हसि sorry.
Yeah, no problem, Smitaji. You are really good. See, this is what it is. We should, no matter, we are all here to learn, okay? First thing first. And I like it how everybody is trying to read Sanskrit, because we will also see why it is important to read Sanskrit as we go on with our slides, okay? So this verse particularly is taken from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, verse 24. So what this verse says is that scriptures can act as a guide, okay? Let them be your guide. Let them be with you. Let them walk with you. Let them talk with you, okay? This was what Guru Ma means by reading scriptures. They will talk with you. So that's why it is important to read scriptures, because they can be our guide. If we read scriptures daily, we will know what is wrong, what is right, and we will always walk by what is right. And we will also be able to fulfill our 4 Purusharths that we discussed yesterday. Next slide, Deepak ji. धर्म परायण रह के जो भी करते हैं ना, it has all different effects, and the 4 Purusharths will become easier. So why Vastu scriptures, okay? Changes the neuroplasticity. It changes the neuroplasticity of our brain. What does it mean by reading Sanskrit verses? It will help create new neural pathways in our brain, okay? This is also proven by science. So if you want to go ahead and search on screen, on net, you can do that. New pathways will help us to think and perform differently than whatever we are doing in everyday life. So pattern changes, and then thinking changes with the new neural pathways. That's why it is very important to read Sanskrit verses. Gray matter in our brain, it increases, and science has also proved this thing. Saves us from myths, because yes, yesterday we were talking about that there is lot of thing going on internet nowadays, and lot of people are into modern vastu. It is okay, but none of it is 100% true. So coming here, we are taking all the things right from the scriptures, okay? Ma has designed all of our courses, all of our remedies directly from the scriptures. So this will save us from the myths, okay? We can differentiate that this is just a myth, okay? This is not real, and this is real. So it will help us broaden our horizon and changes our way of thinking. So if our horizon broadens, we can think in a different direction. Shift in our focus. So if we think more positively, we can find solutions then, rather than thinking just in one direction and getting stuck, okay? So a shift in our focus will help help shift our perspective and point of view to look at the things, okay, or the problems that arises. Raise the consciousness. So because we read scriptures daily, it will help in increasing our consciousness by increasing the sattva guna. Yesterday we talked about the 3 gunas, right? So when sattva guna will increase, it will increase the consciousness, and reading scriptures will help in this, okay? Understanding and implementing the scriptures, we can increase our consciousness. And when consciousness increases, what does it do?
Keeps us more aware.
Mhm. Yesterday, I used a specific word that when consciousness increases, the people with higher consciousness,
Will be
Vastu
able to
dosha,
connect to the universe.
Vastu dosha will affect less to these kind of people, okay? So
Shastra.
that's why, Hanji. So that's why we should read scriptures to raise our consciousness. Develops prefrontal cortex. It trains our subconscious mind, okay? As subconscious mind is the one where the seeds are planted and memories are stored, and then the conscious mind will imitate or will go on doing the things that are stored in the subconscious. Develops prefrontal cortex means it will in turn improve our planning, our decision making skills, and our problem solving skills, okay? It increases our awareness and heightens our reasoning skills. That's why scripture reading is important. That's why it develops the prefrontal cortex, which will help us in gaining this kind of skills, okay? And when we get this kind of skills, then we will see that how we react to the situations around us will become totally different. And then when it differs, the outcome will also differ. Okay. Shifts the conscious mind away from the limbic system. What does this mean is we can have the capabilities of a well developed prefrontal cortex, meaning we use to respond to a situation in one way. Now after reading and we have increased consciousness, then we would react to the situations in a totally different way. We would like to think like how to solve this problem in a different way, and we would also think in line with how the sages thought. With the wisdom that we are learning from the scriptures, we can implement it in our life. And instead of believing or going on living with survival instincts, we will also focus on wisdom that are gained from the scriptures, and we will use it that way instead of just living on survival instinct, or what I called is as a robotic way of life. Not an Orwellian way. What does this mean is that we don't twist our language, okay? We don't twist it to control people or suppress them by our limited ideas or words, okay? This thing is always taken from the scriptures. It comes from there. It's not our words, it's from the scripture. Now, creates a balance between left and right hemisphere. So we all know that right brain is the logical side, left brain is the creative side. So we need a harmony between our left and right brains. So when this happens, then we will gain clarity and creativity will come naturally, okay? And then we will also be able to be calm in no matter what kind of situation arises, okay? And we will find solutions because a calm mind can find solution quicker. No fear of dystopian future, because if we don't know, we fear our futures, right? So we will, instead of living in past or thinking about future, we'll start living in present. Energy read is energy gained, because when you spend time reading scriptures, you gain clarity and awareness to do the things the right way. And never think that whatever you are reading, you are wasting time, or it, even if you don't memorize it, even if you don't remember it, just go on reading every day. Form a habit. At least read 5 pages, okay? Next slide, Deepak ji. So why should we read Vastu scriptures? We all know that Sanskrit is a divine language, okay? It is called Dev Bhasha, okay? And this is for a reason, because it is having a very intricate and potent structure. And with reading Sanskrit, we saw how it changes the neuroplasticity, how new neural connections develop, how gray matter develops, and how it helps us in doing things differently. That's why Sanskrit is why we should read Sanskrit, okay? So there is an example here that when we see a home from 1 foot distance, it will look very big. And the same house looks very compact when seen from half a kilometer away. Okay. So the farther we go, the smaller it becomes. Similarly, when we read scriptures, our consciousness rises and our problems, they get very small. We think that, okay, this is not a problem at all. Why was I thinking this way, right? And our focus will move to the other part of the brain. It will bring a shift that will help us assess the scenario with a different standpoint. Mighty sages and gods, they wrote the scriptures, okay? The sages, when they sat in their meditation, through their meditative powers, they were able to hear this from the universal matrix itself. And then they decoded it and wrote it. So that in Kali Yuga, people like us, they can follow this and they can make their lives better and they can achieve the 4 Purushas easily. We get acquainted with the genuine science of Vastu, which refrains us from becoming victims of myth and superstitions. We already saw this, right? So each verse can give us new solution every time we read it, as the gray matter increases due to new inputs in the brain. It positively changes the brain's neuroplasticity, which in turn helps us attract positive patterns into our lives. Energy read is energy gained. Reading scriptures loudly will create new mental patterns, which will help in creating harmonious spaces. Even when we say, everything, right? Sound waves. If we remember physics correctly, then we will see that whatever we talk, sound waves are created. Sound waves are created that will move around the surroundings. So, if you will see in any Ved Pathshala where you go, all the Vedas, all the shlokas from the Vedas are recited loudly. Okay, not only by reciting loudly they will learn, but they will also create a vibration and a frequency in the surrounding atmosphere that will uplift them. That's why reading loudly is also good. It is the conscious mind which gives the input through reading, but ultimately, the subconscious mind is the one which will bring it to pass when the time is right. So, what does this mean? That's what I was meaning, that whether you get it or not get it, just read it, okay? Because it always happens with scriptures. Whenever we are reading it for the first time, it is not necessary that we will get it the very first time. We have to still keep on reading it every single day, and every single day you will find out that, okay, yesterday I understood this much. Today I understood a little, I can understand a little better. And it will get better from then on. And every time the same verse will give you a different understanding, a different point of view. And this happens, okay? Because it always happens with me. So just try it if you want to. Next slide, Deepak ji.
True, I agree. It has happened many times before.
Yeah, it really happens. So you will
Yeah.
see whenever you read scriptures, no, the first time it is very difficult to get. And in scriptures, no, as I talked yesterday, nothing is written in just one place. They are all kind of interlinked. So if you are done reading with one scripture, don't think that you have, whatever is in it. But the linking pattern is, something is written in one thing and the other thing will be written in a next scripture. So that's why what I told yesterday, that Guru Ma is very good at connecting these dots. So after that, and after 13 years of her experience, she has written these books. That's why it is good that somebody is already doing this for us and making it easy for us. Okay, it is not easy to read scriptures, that I'll tell you, because I am trying to read Vishwakarma Prakash. Okay, and believe me, although it looks simple, it has layers of meaning attached to it, layers and layers. So this is what we talked about, that it helps in developing new neural pathways. So I'm not going to go with this again. Next slide. Yeah, this is what we meant by energy, right? Is energy gain, and these are different scriptures that of Vastu Shastra that Ma has also translated some of them, like Vishwakarma Prakash. She has translated. This is basically Gita for Vastu consultants, okay? Whosoever wants to learn Vastu, Vishwakarma Prakash is the first book that they should read, along with Ma's Vastu remedies, okay? If you club that, then the understanding will become very simple, because Vishwakarma Prakash, standing alone as it is very difficult to understand. But if you club with her Vastu remedies book, it will help you in understanding things better. Manushyalaya, Chandrika, and Sri Rajwallabh. This also are there, and all the other like Mayamatam and Mansar are also there. Okay, Purans are also very important when it comes to reading scriptures, because scriptures, as Ma says, they don't have remedies as such. We have to get remedies from the scriptures. We have to decode them. And that is what Guru Ma is also good at, along with joining the dots. She is very good at decoding the scriptures and pulling remedies out of them. Next page, Deepak ji. Okay, so yesterday when we talked about the example of the iceberg that you remember from the fruit theory, this is the thing that we talked about, the Shravanam, the Mananam, the reflection, the reading, the reflection, etc. So I'm not going to go with this again. Okay. The one thing that I wanted to tell you before we started the remedies was the IJK. So what are the IJK basically are is I means Ichha Shakti, J is the Gyan Shakti. Now if somebody can tell me that hey, Gyan Shakti, it begins with G and not J, but the Sanskrit translation or the Sanskrit that the
Yeah.
word follows, yeah, it
It's
says
Jnana Shakti, right?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right. So that's why it starts. Just a clarification because someone can come
Yeah,
with that.
sure.
Okay. So I is Ichha Shakti, J is Gyan Shakti, and K means Kriya Shakti. Ichha Shakti means the willpower. Gyan means the power of knowledge. Gyan
So,
Shakti.
sorry to interrupt. This mantra has been taken from, I think, Lalita Sahasranam,
You
where
are
it says,
right, Komalji. That was what
yeah,
I was coming next. That was my next
it's,
point. But thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Though, so that's what I was telling yesterday that we will see how this connects with the divine. This is what I meant. That IJK, it is taken from a verse from Lalita Sastranam. So Ma Lalita, the divine mother for all, is the basic one that is behind all these three tri shaktis. Okay, Ichha Shakti, Gyan Shakti means power of knowledge, and Kriya Shakti means power of action. Okay, so in Lalita Sahasranam we get a verse that says Ichha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, Kriya Shakti Swarupini, the divine mother who is in the form of Ichha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So IJK. And now we will apply this IJK to each and every remedy from now on that we see. Okay. And we will see how it can transform us and how we can apply it. Okay. So the first remedy that we saw was reading scriptures. What can be the IJK for this remedy? Anyone?
As in what? IJK for what? For
Yeah, I
the.
didn't
For
understand. What did you
see,
mean?
yeah, so remedy one was reading the scriptures, right? So let me do it for remedy one, then we can go on and we can decode for remedy two and so on, okay? So if I take an example of remedy one, reading scriptures. So what is the I, J, and K for reading the scripture remedy? The I will be the will to read the scripture. You should have that in you that, okay, I want to read the scripture. The Gyan Shakti will be inquiring, okay, which scripture to read, how to read, to get that knowledge. That will be your Gyan Shakti, the J. And finally, the K would be reading the scripture, doing the action actually. That is reading the scripture. Do you get it now?
Yeah, the Kriya Shakti, yes.
That's right. So I, J, K of the remedies. I, the will to read. J, inquiring which scripture to read and how to read. And K means actually reading the scripture. So this is how the remedy will unfold. Okay?
So, when you say reading the scripture, like I chant Lalita Sahasranam almost every day. Okay, in case if I can't, at least I will listen to it. So, when you say reading the scriptures, you mean to say, do we need to know the meaning of it and then read?
Definitely, definitely. See, Smita ji, if I ask you, okay, your
Hmm.
name is Smita, what does it mean?
Hmm. नहीं, see, Lalita Sahasranam we know are the 1,000 names of Devi.
That is right.
हाँ, each thing has one name which is associated with that. तो
Hmm.
उससे ज्यादा तो कुछ भी नहीं है
No,
ना?
but every name
Nahi,
has
Smita ji,
meanings and it
Lalita.
has deep meanings.
अच्छा, अच्छा,
Every
Oh,
okay.
name.
yes. Yes, I
Okay.
agree. Both of you. Yes, I
हाँ,
agree.
हाँ,
ललिता सहस्त्र नाम ना उसमें क्या है कि it is divided into mass name as well as the implication of mass name and the Vigra definition. Okay, I don't want to discuss all these things, but since this topic has come, I would just make it clear that Lalita Sahastra Naam, although it contains 1,000 name of Divine Mother, there is only one name, the 999th name after that that comes. It really says her name. Okay.
mhm.
uh, the above all are her definition, either Vigra definition or either her work. Okay, what she can do or what, yeah, she is capable of, how much powerful she is, and what actually is her. That is what the above 999 names say. The only Lalita's Ma Lalita's name comes at the last when the Sastranama ends. The other all is her definition of the work that she is capable of or her vigra, how she looks. what she's adorned with, how her hands are, how her eyes are, how her lips are. So it is good to chant Lalita Sahasranam, it is good to hear Lalita Sahasranam, but it is also good to know the meaning of each and every word. And that is also not enough, because after doing all these things, you have to actually live it. Okay, when you say Shri Mata, you know the meaning of Shri Mata, but you have to imbibe the meaning in you. What does Shri Mata actually is? Until and unless you have lived that, you would not understand. You would not, it is not said that you are really doing it. Okay. So there are steps, and this is a very gradual process. It is a life journey for someone, because it is very wide. It is very wide. It can take lifetime, the whole lifetime, to learn the meanings, to recite, as well as to imbibe, because imbibing is the most important. Just as I talked about notes, like writing notes is not enough. Analyzing notes is also not enough. Applying notes is the real thing. Okay, application is the real thing. The same goes for Lalita Sahasranam. Knowing is not enough. Hearing is not enough. Reciting is also not enough. Okay, applying those in your daily life, living with that energy within you every single day, that is what is important. Okay, so let's end, because it will go on Adhyatmic session instead of Vastu. Remedy number 2, Sankalpa. Sankalp means vow in English. So how to take a Sankalp, okay? And why to take a Sankalp? So this verse is taken from Bhagavad Gita. If somebody can read this for me.
उद्ध उद्धरे उद्धरेदात्मात्मा आत्मानं नमात्मानं मवास्यधयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मानो बन्धुरात्मा वै रिपुरात्मानः.
Good job, because this is a tongue twister. So
I don't know.
Uddira-
I read Sanskrit, but when the last word ends with nam, you have to connect it with the next word, though there's a gap.
That is right. That is right.
Like,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
huh.
See, when you are reading it for the first time, it need not to be perfect. Believe me. As and when you go on reading it, it will get on perfecting itself. Okay. So, and this was a tongue twister verse. So, yes, good job on doing it. So, उदरेदात्मनात्मनां नात्मनामवदासयेत् आत्मवह्यात्मनो बन्धुरात्मैव रिपुरात्मनः. This is taken from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, verse number 5 from chapter 6. So what does this verse basically says is, you can reshape yourself through the power of your will. आपकी इच्छा शक्ति से आप कुछ भी चेंज कर सकते हो, लेकिन इच्छा शक्ति सिर्फ इनफ नहीं है. इच्छा शक्ति के बाद आता है ज्ञान शक्ति. सही ज्ञान भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, और ज्ञान शक्ति के बाद आता है क्रिया शक्ति, एक्शन. इफ यू जस्ट थिंक ऑफ समथिंग, okay, and if you know how to do it, but if you do not actually do it, that will not work. So never let yourself be degraded by self-will. This will is the only friend of the self, and the will is only enemy of the self. कल हमने देखा था कैसे मन ही अपना दोस्त है और मन ही अपना दुश्मन है, उसी तरह से. ओके, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड दीपक जी. Okay, so if you want to get a screenshot, it is really very nice, and if not, then it is also in mass books, how to take a sankalp. Okay, these are the few steps how to take a sankalp. Okay, and this diagram is also an easy representation. So how to take a sankalp is, find a clean space, sit on a asana. Asana is very important for any sadhaka or any good work that you are trying to do with scriptures. Okay, so sitting on the floor is not preferred. Okay, you have to have an asana. Sit in facing the east during the day and west after the sundown. North is favorable equally. That means that you can sit in north anytime. Okay, sprinkle water around the surrounding area to purify the space. take water thrice in your right hand using a spoon with the thought of to clear yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. Yesterday, we also saw a verse that could help us by doing this purification process. Okay, we should chant that verse here. What was that verse? अपवित्रो पवित्र वा सर्वे स्थानगतोऽपि वा या सम्रेत पुण्डरीकाक्षं स भयाभ्यन्तरः शुचि ॐ पुनतु पुण्डरीकाक्षः पुनतु पुण्डरीकाक्षः पुनतु. After chanting this, no, you can put the water droplets aside. So chant Lord Ganesha's prayer. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Take a spoon of water in your right palm, okay? Place some rice grains and flour and say the following sankalpa in any language that you are comfortable with, okay? I, that is your full name, born in the Gotra. If you don't know your Gotra, you can always say Narayan Gotra in that space. Your date of birth, vow to read this scripture over these many days, okay? It can be 3, 5, 9, or 40 days, so that I may become a recipient of your grace and attain the desired outcome. Now you can name your outcome here, that I am reading this scripture for so and so thing. I am reading this scripture so I can attain a new car, or I can attain a place of my dream, or a job of my dream, okay? And after this, you should always seek forgiveness from all the energies, because as you know, we are not perfect, okay? There can be mistakes or errors during the process. And that's why it is very important to seek forgiveness after doing this. Next slide, Deepakji. There is one very good example in Vastu Remedies book of Ma, where Ma says that taking an example from Master Osho's book, there is a very beautiful technique of how to take the sankalp, okay? She says, Master Osho, he teaches to take a deep breath and then let that breath all out of your body, okay? All out. Exhale completely. And then you take your sankalp. First, deep breathe, exhale completely, take a sankalp, and then inhale. So there is a sacred space after the all of the breath is exhaled out. This sacred space will take you to your subconscious level, okay? So that whatever seed you are planting with your sankalp will directly go in your subconscious. This is the easiest way to access your subconscious and plant a seed there. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Do not breathe anymore. Take the sankalp and then breathe. So this is how it should be done. So can somebody tell me what will be the IJK of this remedy?
You mean to say the third remedy that's here now?
No. Sorry, this was the slide ahead, but we were talking about the second remedy of how to take the sankalp, and now we are at the IJK of how this remedy will unfold for us. Okay, so I will be the will to take a sankalp.
Right.
That means, yeah, your ichha to take a sankalp.
Mm.
Knowledge of how, why, and what to take a sankalp of, okay? Because you have to be very clear with yourself what your sankalp is, very clear with your words too. K means actually taking the sankalp. This we will be, IJK, we will be doing it for each and every remedy to see how we can apply that remedy in our real life, okay? And the magic can unfold only after we know how to do it actually. So I, J, and K, will to take the sankalp, knowledge of how and why and when to take the sankalp, what to take the sankalp of as well, and K, actually taking the sankalp. All right, Deepakji, thank you. Next slide. So this is our third remedy, focus. In whatever we do in life, focus is very important. And multitasking really harms, okay? People think that they can do multitasking, this and that, and somebody can be very good at it. But actually doing only one thing at a time and putting your entire focus on it really helps. So this is from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. If somebody wants to read the line.
Yeah. Tat pratishe dhatre me katva bhyasaha.
So, what does this mean is the obstacles and the symptoms can be reduced by practicing one pointed constant concentration. That's what I said. See, multitasking can really harm. If we take one thing at a time that is on our hand and we put in all our efforts, all our focus, all our energy on that thing, then वो शाहरुख खान का डायलॉग था ना कौन सी फिल्म में था वो हाँ just like that कि universe will also help you right to achieve whatever you are looking for कौन सा पिक्चर था ओम शांति ओम या अभी याद
शांति
आया
ओम, हाँ.
हाँ जी हाँ जी उसी तरह से कि जो भी करो focus deeply put all your energy in it and universe will also help you in achieving it okay don't have too many desires at a time too many things at a time just focus on one thing at a time on your hand and see how the magic unfolds next slide Deepak ji. So this slide will teach us how to, develop that one-pointed focusness. Just like if I'm शाहरुख खान का एग्जाम्पल तो इसीलिए दिया क्योंकि बहुत कॉमन है सबको पता है लेकिन इफ आई हैव टू टेक एन एग्जाम्पल फ्रॉम आवर स्क्रिप्चर्स देन अर्जुन is the best one from Mahabharata, right? The
Correct.
how
When he
he
had
went to
bird का eye, he had to focus and hit, है ना?
हाँ जी वो दूसरा एग्जाम्पल भी था उसमें जब वो स्वयंवर के लिए जाते हैं और he has to place an arrow in the eye of a fish that was
Yeah.
rotating in top by looking at the reflection in the water down. So that's how that's the best example from our scriptures. See, so this thing science says that they are doing it, but I love to point it out from the scriptures that our sages were very smart, very ahead of time. They knew all these things way before the science was there to tell us. Okay, so the art of concentrating on one object from mantra or remedy is the key ingredient to progress. The result will come from focus. Just like I was telling you, focus one thing at a time. Okay, some important points to remember is do not get disheartened. That is the first thing. If you do not have focus, please do not get disheartened. It will come with practice only. Okay, by doing the vastu remedies systematically, you will build the art of concentration gradually because it will help create a space that is aligned with the cosmos and the positive vibrations. Okay, and that is in balance and harmony with the five elements. This kind of space will help you to have focus, the kind of focus that you are trying to develop. Have faith in the scriptures, definitely. Without it, nothing can happen. Doing anything in a rush, oh my gosh, don't do it. Doing anything in a rush or with impatience never give the desired outcome. And the same is with remedies, okay? Calmness is the key in any situation. So the IJK for this remedy would be
Calmness.
First,
yeah.
first know what is it that you want to focus on,
So the will to focus. So that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
and
then
then later sankalpa करने का, and then lastly is actually putting things into action.
See, हम अभी ना focus की बात कर रहे हैं. We are not thinking about sankalpa right now. So the IJK for this remedy would be training our mind first. The will to train our mind to develop that kind of focus. Okay. J would be to read the procedures with focus for 2-3 times. If you are suppose in daily life, I am just making a Lego right now with my son. So I have to read the manual first, right? Before building a Lego. If I do not read it, or if I just read it once and try to do it, it won't help. I would definitely not be able to make whatever I'm making with these Legos. So I have to read the manual at least 2-3 times. Just like that, whatever you are trying to do, you have to read the procedures a couple of times. And K would be avoid multitasking. Okay, दो नाव में पैर कभी नहीं रख सकते. वो सिर्फ अजय देवगन कर सकता है जो दो मोटरसाइकिल पे पैर रख के he can do it. Okay, like in Golmaal and whatever first movie that he was in. I just remembered that. Sorry. So IJK would be training your mind to focus, reading the procedures a couple of times before actually trying to do it, and K would be avoiding multitasking, to live in the present moment, okay, and give your 100% to the task that you are trying to do. Next slide, please, Deepakji. Okay, so this is good. This is really good. See how to develop it, okay? A few practices which can enhance our one-pointed concentration. Definitely deep breathing, okay? Breathing in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, breathing techniques are discussed. Even in other scripture, which one was that? Mm, one with associated with Lord Bhairava. It has also breathing techniques in it, okay? 112 of them, if I am not mistaken. So, deep breathing definitely helps. Attentive listening, focusing on an object, watching the flame. Watching the flame is also one that is given in our scriptures very well. It is called tratak, right? So we can also develop by using that technique, tratak. If you don't know how to do it, just Google it or just go on YouTube and you will get many videos on how to actually perform tratak, and that is really very helpful. So we were talking about Lalita Sahasranam, and I would just like to point out here for a little bit that what I like to do is place a 3D, I mean 2D picture of Sri Chakra, okay, and concentrate on the Bindu. Do Tratak on the Bindu and let Lalita Sahasranam, any verse that you like, play in the background. Just do this for 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Go on increasing the time as you are getting more comfortable it, okay? This will really help. And science also has proven how Sri Chakra or observing the geometry of Sri Chakra or doing Tratak on the geometry of Sri Chakra will help your brain, okay? Will help your skills to develop and things like that. You can really search this on the net if you don't know. So the sorry, I got derailed again, but yeah, the Tratak I wanted to mention this here. Watching the flame, wall, or any object without blinking the eyes. See, that is the discomfort, okay? The first thing, without blinking the eyes, you have to keep on doing it, okay? Nobody is Kajol and Ajay Devgan, but yeah, again, sorry. Meditating on a mantra, object, idol, or guru's feet. Definitely. Exercising or hatha yoga, playing a sport, playing various puzzles, learning music, chess, dance forms, etc., doing things mindfully, maintaining the art of silence. Silence is very difficult to practice, okay? But once you do it one time, then you will see that, okay, that helps you better in listening to your inner voice, okay? So that's why the maintaining the art of silence is also very important. Sometimes you should really try it. I am trying it, but I'm still not there. Reading or writing, hydration. See, writing, journaling. Guruma always says, journal every night before you sleep. Whenever I talk to Arnuj, the first thing she would say, are you journaling? She'll ask me, are you journaling? I'm like, okay, ma'am, journaling. So, reading and writing definitely helps. Hydration, definitely. Hydration balances our mood. So, hydration is definitely important. Healthy nutrition. Moon is emotions, by the way. That's why hydration is very important. Healthy nutrition, definitely. Sunlight, of course, vitamin D and sun. Sun is like our Atma Karak, right, Deepak ji?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so
The soul
sunlight
of
is also.
creation. Mhm. It's
Mm-hmm.
the soul.
Yeah, that's right. Soul, our soul. So sunlight is very important. Of course, vitamin D we get from that. Every time the mind diverts, practice bringing back the focus to the present moment, okay? It will happen. Yesterday we talked about monkey mind, right? If you try not to think about dog, we will think about dog 100 times. So it's like that. So only with practice this can be achieved. So don't be disheartened if you are directly not able to do it. Next slide. Okay, here we go. The main man. Our man, Vastu Purush man. So this is the figure or diagram of Vastu Purusha. the yesterday we talked about how he was born, when he was born, how he was created, and what happened after he created the havoc. So this was how he was pinned down to the earth, face down. That's why we cannot see his face. And all the gods and asuras, they sat on it, 45 of them. We also talked about who they were. The 12 of these 33 types of them, 12 of the asuras, and this and that. Okay, so I'm not going through that again, but yes, this is the verse from Manushyalaya Chandrika. It is a long verse, so we are not trying to read it right now because we have a lot of remedies behind. He besieged in such a way that his feet fell in the southwest and face in the northeast. He pervaded the entire planet from cities, towns, settlements, areas, plots, and courtyards, just like the sky pervades the entire earth. At that very moment, different gods placed themselves on his body. That's what we discussed yesterday. So, this will form the basic of the Vastu of any land that we are trying to construct upon. Okay. Next slide. So here there are a lot of different padavinyasas, okay, but we are trying to focus on only the Pitham Padvinyas, and there is a big list, okay. There are 32 different type of Padavinyas. So, before going into that, I would like to explain what is Vastu Purush Mandala, okay? It's again a Sanskrit terminology where in Vastu is for the defined area. Purusha is the man, and Mandala is the symmetric design, okay? If you see, the design is also very symmetric. This figure, when it is divided in half, that's when you will see that it is symmetric. It is a mirror image, okay? You can say that it is a mirror image. That's why it's a mandala. It's called a mandala, Vastu Purush Mandala. Everything in universe will have a pattern, right? So similarly, this Vastu Purush Mandala is also having a symmetrical pattern. And here each part and each of these small squares, they are called padas or cell. So this will take us to our next slide. No, wait, this is the slide that I want to discuss. Sorry, Deepakji. Um, as I was talking that there are 32 types of Padavinyasas, okay? And there is a whole list that is given in Ma's Pitham book. It is also given in Vishwakarma Prakash. So each of them has a different name, just like Sakal, one square is Sakal, entire thing. Paycheck is when it is divided into 4 cells. Peat is the one where it is divided into 9 cells. Ekshati Paramashayak is the one where it is divided into 81 cells. Ravi Kanji, you were talking about the 81 cell Padvinyas yesterday, right? But that is only, according to Guruma, that is only done to be done when we are constructing on a new land. Okay, we are doing a new construction. For existing homes, Guruma says that only Pitham is the one that we follow, that is necessary, and that is enough, actually. Okay. Pitham can give excellent results because it is simple to, and when the things are simple, our mind is calm, and then we are able to respect those kind of energies and enhance those kind of energies in the Pitham Padvinyas and get the results out of them. Okay. So Pitham is enough in an already constructed place. Okay. So Padavinyas, where Pad is cell, Vinyas is their arrangement. Okay. So Padavinyas is the arrangement of the energies in these cells, how they are arranged. Okay. We have here in the Pitham Padavinyas, we have 8 types of Padavinyas, 8 cells, and the middle cell is the Brahmastan. The 4 cardinal directions and the 4 intermediate directions. Okay. They form this Pitham Padavinyas. The navel area is where the Brahmasthana is, okay? So this is how, next slide, Deepakji, sorry. Just a second, okay? If you feel like I'm going very fast, then please you can tell to explain things again if you don't understand, okay? I'm just going a little bit faster today because we have a lot of things to cover, okay? And I have also to be mindful of Komalji or Kamalji from Sydney. I got confused. Kamalji, are you from Sydney, or Komalji, are you from
Yeah,
Sydney?
No,
Kamal.
I'm from
Yeah.
Delhi. Komal is from Delhi.
Okay, sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
so I'm just trying to be mindful about your nighttime. That's
All
why I'm
good, no
trying to.
worries. All good.
Okay, so if you feel that I'm going faster, please tell me, okay? Otherwise, let's
Sure,
just
sure.
let's just move on. So these are the directions that are in Pitham Padvinyas, that we when we do Pitham Padvinyas, we get these kind of directions: the east, the southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest, north, and northeast. Each of this direction are responsible for different kind of different aspects of our life. Okay, east governs the health aspect, southeast will govern the finance, south will govern the strength, southwest creativity, west is for growth and development, northwest is for mind or negative thoughts, north is for wealth creation, and northeast is for peace and harmony. So I would just like to say here that the diagram you see on your screen is for the Dikpals, okay? There are 8 directions here, and the middle one, the ninth cell in the navel, is the Brahmastan. It is the place for Lord Brahma from where all these energies have radiated outwards and all the directions have formed. And all the directions, they have their related Dikpals. Dikpals, what do you mean by Dikpals? Does anyone know?
Dikpals are the lords who are actually the custodians of each of the energies in those particular
That
directions.
is right. Thank you, Smitaji. Yes, yes. Directional deities, that's what the Dikpals are. So some places mention 8 Dikpals.
It's like they're the guardians, right?
That's right. They are the guardians. Yes, they are the
Okay.
guardians of those
Yeah.
directions, guardian deities, protective deities, or whatever you want to call them. But yes, they are there, and there are 8 Dikpals. Some scriptures mention 10 Dikpals, but in Vastu we generally follow 8 Dikpals. So these are the 8 Dikpals, and on the screen you see their symbols, respective symbols. Okay, this entire list and explanation is very beautifully again given in the Pitham book of Guruma, the newly launched. Okay, it is very beautifully explained. Each of it, the deities associated with it, the gods, the planets, the gems, the numbers according to Ayadi, and everything is given in detail in Pitham book of Guruma. So here I'm just trying to touch base it a little because it's again a basic course. Okay. So we are not trying to go in a lot of detail here. We are just trying to see how we can use Dikpals as a remedy and what do they stand for and how to enhance that direction by using them. Okay. So if I am going to give you an example here, let's start with East, for example. East, the god or the Dikpal or the guardian deity of the direction East is Lord Indra. Okay. Lord Indra's symbol is Vajra, and we can use this symbol to enhance our East direction. Say, suppose I am having an issue with my health, okay, or I want to pursue something education wise, or say if I am stuck at a scripture reading, okay, then if I want to do what remedy can I do? So there are a couple of things that I can do. I can sit in the east. One, I have to sit in the east because it's a scripture. It's not an ordinary book. Okay. Second, I can use Indra's Vajra to enhance my east direction. Third, I can also chant the mantra for Lord Indra. Okay, that will be on the next slide. Next slide, we can go to the next slide, Deepaji. So we can also chant the mantras. We will see when it goes on. I think it's in the slides ahead, not in this slide, but yeah, it is there when we come to supersonic sounds. I will explain how we can also
Yeah,
use
in the
Dikpal
mantra slide.
mantras.
In the mantra
Yeah,
slide, we are not
yeah,
seeing.
supersonic sound is a remedy. So we will see there how to use Dikpal mantras. Okay. In that slide, we just saw that how we can use Dikpals, how we can use the symbols of their weapons as a remedy. Okay, and we can also make this out of copper, silver, gold, frame it and place it in that direction, or if not possible, then you can just draw it on a paper. Okay, just draw it on a paper and stick it in that direction. It will also help. IJK. IJK of this remedy is the will to know who the Dikpals are, Okay, how to use them and actually using them is the IJK of this remedy. Okay, Deepak ji, we can move on now. Sorry, we are going back and forth. I'm forgetting, and I'm just trying to add on to that. I can go on
No
about
problem.
Digpals. I just love them. You know, Guru Ma, she says that Digpals, actually, you can talk to them. Just like you are talking to me, you can also talk to the Digpals. You can pray to them. You can pray, you can say that, okay, I'm having such and such problem. I'm trying to use your weapon. Please give me strength, or please protect me, or please give me whatever I am using it for. And then I can say that, okay, I'll do so and so. Okay, I'll chant this mantra or that Dikpal mantra for so and so times. You can talk and they will start talking back with you too. Just like scriptures can talk with you, Dikpals will also talk with you. That's what Guruma says, and I truly believe it. Always, while if I'm going to give you an example, a simple one, okay? So, who's the Dikpal related to water?
I think Kuberji.
Naji. Kuberji is for wealth.
That's in the north, right?
Hmm. So,
Gada,
deity
Gada.
related. Gada, it's for Kuberji and it's his Gada. I was talking about water, pani,
Oh, I
water.
thought north is water, so yeah.
No. So Varun Dev is the deity who is related to water. Okay. So whenever I'm bathing, I'm just saying Om Varunaya Namah, Om Varunaya Namah, Om Varunaya Namah 3 times. Okay. And I'm bowing down and I'm praying to him. "Oh, please, Lord Varun, cleanse me inside and outside. Okay. Because Sabhaya Bhyantarah Shuchi. So I have to clean myself outside and inside. So that's what I pray when I am bathing. This is just a small example from my life that I try to do whenever I am bathing. I pray to Lord Varun to help me clean myself inside and outside. So this is how you can incorporate this Dikpals in your daily routine, in your daily life, and you can talk them, you can pay respects to them, you can chant their mantras, and you can ask them to protect you. Okay? This was just a small example, like how I like to do it. Okay? That's how I roll with Dikpals. I just love them. Next slide. So finally, next slide. I'm not going back now to Dikpals because I can go on for one whole hour on Dikpals and don't want to do that. Okay. Remedy number 4. This is the Vastu Purush Mandala, the core diagram, and the diagram on top of it is the superimposition of our brain. Okay, this superimposition, the black dots that you see, it's the pattern of our brain and the neural connections that are in our brain, and it has been superimposed on the mandala. Below that, if you could just enlarge the screen and see that there is Vastu Purush Mandala, or the Gola Chakra that we were talking about, that is down there, and our brain image is superimposed on it. So from this image, what can we get is what part of our brain correlates to what devta in the Vastu Purush Mandala. And through that, we can see that which of our skill is represented by which of that devta. So that can also be used as a remedy. Okay, we can see, okay, we are having area, or we are having a problem in this area of our life. We can see from here that this area corresponds to this devta in this direction, and that also will help us to get a remedy done in that area. Okay, that direction. That's how it works. Are you getting this? See, because if you know the concept of macrocosm and microcosm, right? In our scriptures, it is said that yat pinde tat brahmande yat pinde, like that, vice versa. Whatever is in the universe is inside us, and whatever is inside us is acting as a microcosm. In the universe, it's in the form of macrocosm. Inside us, it is microcosm. Okay, so all these gods that we see here are also inside us, and that's what this basic diagram is. By superimposition of our brain structure on Vastu Purush Mandala, this is what we are trying to tell you. That, see, this portion corresponds to this area, and this can be used as a remedy. Are you getting it now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, Vikramji, thank you. Yes, I was also trying
Yeah.
to tell you after this remedy for a water break. Okay, let's go 5 minutes break. Okay, people, thank you.
Okay, we'll come back 9:15. Okay.
I think we are all practicing the act of silence. It was a water break. You could talk in between. Okay, act of silence it is. So,
Lot of
is
it.
everyone back?
No, I think we've got 2 more minutes.
Okay, okay.
3 more minutes.
Alright.
Sorry, 3 more minutes.
Okay,
Let's wait
okay.
for 3 more minutes.
All right. We can discuss in meantime, okay? You can
Too much
ask
of
anything.
microns are working on the brain already.
A lot of information today, so
Yeah, that's why
A
this.
lot,
lot
a lot. It
of,
is a lot to and this
uh,
is only the fourth one, you know,
yeah.
there are 15 of them.
The important point is to, you know, just mirror. Don't have to mirror every information into your brain. Just get the gist of it.
Hmm.
That's enough. And the books
Let's
and things
see.
all are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get the
Yeah. And
gist
even
of
the
it.
recording, right,
Yeah,
Deepakji? The
yes, yes.
recording is also available. So whenever you want, you can just listen to the recording again. Okay. So it's not like that you have to get it right now because I know it's a lot to get it the first time. Just listen, just make notes, and just write it down what resonates with you, right? And then you can go back and listen to it again and again. And our group is also there, right? WhatsApp group. So whatever you don't
Yeah.
understand or whatever questions you have in future also, you can write there. The other thing, no, after we are done, if you guys can just post a small video about the feedback of the experience, your experience with Nanda course would be really appreciated, huh? That kind of gives us a boost and, that helps us.
Thank you, Dhananjay, to bring this out. I was trying to find a slot to explain, but yeah, I haven't received yet. So hopefully we get
Yeah.
some of them
Yeah,
waiting
because
very eagerly.
lot of energy, lot of preparation is going behind this, right? So feedback is really appreciated. And it really helps us. It boosts our morals and brings our spirit rise high up, okay? So yeah, if any of you can do it, really, really good. Should we start, Deepakji?
Give a minute more.
Okay.
So it was exactly at 9:10 we
See,
stopped. So here
yeah.
in India, exactly now
I
it's 15. It's dot on clock now, 9:15.
Yeah, because
Hope
now we have a
yes,
lot to cover
yes.
today. So
I hope everybody have reached back. We can start.
hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, so next slide, Deepakji. So the word
yeah.
Dev, yeah, the word Devta, it originates from Dev, Divya. Divya means Prakash, illumination. Hence, gods are nothing but light or energy. Okay, So the energies sitting on Vastu Purush Mandala, these energies are the same that are sitting in our brain because Yata Pinde, Tata Brahmande, Yata Brahmande, Tata Pinde. Individual is equal to universe and universe is equal to individual. That's what I was trying to tell you by microcosm and macrocosm. Okay. And yeah, thank you for moving on. So, yeah, that's what I explained, right? That devtas are nothing but energies. Moving on to our next remedies. So, IJK of remedy number 4 would be the will to know. The will to know what area corresponds to what area of our brain corresponds to that, what kind of data. How can we use that as a remedy? Okay, and using actually that as a remedy. I, J, and K. Moving on to our next remedy is number 5. This is one of the favorite remedies of mine. Okay, supersonic sounds. I love mantras and I love to chant them also. And they have helped me, and I hope and pray that you can also find your own that works for you. Okay. And we will now see how we can use mantras or supersonic sounds as a remedy. Okay. So, in lot of our scriptures, and also Lord Vishwakarma, he says that add Om to the mantras in the beginning. Okay, Upanishads also say that Om is described as the sound or the symbol of the Brahman itself. Okay, the ultimate reality, the Brahman. So we begin by invoking the highest cosmic energy before addressing our deity. Okay. That's why we use Om before we chant any deity's mantras. Okay. Also, Om will purify our atmosphere and it will also calm our mind. That's why we also should start with Om before addressing a deity's mantra. And it's also a beach mantra on its own with all the others that follows them. Okay. Why mantras work? Because energy moves when pattern changes. We all know this, right? Energy moves when pattern changes. Repetition, it will heal our mind. And rotation of the mantras will heal our subconscious. So it is a complete remedy of conscious and subconscious mind. Repetition of the mantras, it heals the mind, while the rotation of the mantras will heal the subconscious. That's why it's a remedy. It is said, next slide, this slide, sorry. It is said that the mantras of a deity, it not only carries the energy of that deity, but it is the deity themselves. Are you getting it? Mantras, they are the form of the deity. They are the deities themselves. Our scriptures, they point it out that whatever mantra you are doing it, they are to be treated as the deity themselves. Okay. Gods do not want our language. They do not understand our language. It's not like that. They do understand our language, but they do not need our language. Why? Because it can be misguiding, misleading. Okay. Every human being, they suffer. Why? Because they are not aligning their words with their thoughts and their actions. This is what Lord Shiva has said in one of our scriptures, that when thoughts and actions don't align with your words, that's why we suffer. So, gods, they don't want our language. What do they resonate with? They resonate with the vibrations, the bhav, the right intensity. Okay. So, reciting the mantras with the right intensity is very important. And that will be the thing that the God will be looking for most, and they will hear you after that. So, Vastu mantras. These Vastu mantras, they are also given in her Dr. Jayshree's Vastu Remedies book. Okay. So, they are very powerful and they are also very important. Ma has it on her YouTube channel also. I think you can go and you can also play that. Okay. And whenever you feel like you are having some kind of imbalance in your house or energies, if you want to balance them and create that kind of harmony and atmosphere in your home, you can just go on there and play these mantras, Vastu Purush mantra, I mean Vastu Shanti Havans mantra, and they will also help in clearing the vibrations of your home. This is what I always do. If I have to give an example of my life, I whenever I cook, no, I start something um, mantra related, whatever I am cooking, I will just start something mantra related, some kind of stotra that goes on in the background. Okay, it helps it helps to clean the vibrations around me, and also it puts the vibrations in the food that I am cooking and my family is consuming. So just a small example how mantras can be used as remedies. Okay. Yeah, see, mantras have the power to make you the master of your own destiny. All is possible with sadhana. Om Swamiji, my Guruji, Om Swamiji and Guru Ma, they always say that sadhana se sab possible hai. Everything is possible with sadhana. So you should do sadhana. You should chant mantras. Implementing Vastu as per scriptures is a type of sadhana. This is what Guru Ma says always, that it is a kind of sadhana. In fact, na, Om Swamiji, he always points out that whatever we are doing, if we treat as sadhana, then that act can also be converted into an act of divine or act towards divine, right? If I am cooking, if I am bathing, see how remedies are used there also. So they can also connect to the divine. That's why I was trying to give a small example. So, yeah, sorry. Who
Yeah,
was trying to?
yeah, I wanted to ask. So, are you into Srividya? Like,
No, 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 ji, no, ji, no, ji. But
Acha.
but Guru Ma, she has a Srividya community, not Srividya community, but
Okay.
Sri Yantra community.
Okay, because Om Swamiji is into Sri Vidya. The Badrika ashram is what you're talking about, the Om Swamiji.
Badrika, ji,
Yes.
ji, ji.
All right. Yeah.
Badrika Ashram. Om Swamiji is Guru Ma's Guru, and he's also
Oh,
my
acha.
Guru.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
So Om Swamiji, he is doing a lot of things. You can
Yes,
also
yes. I've been
also
following him so much. Like,
yes.
uh,
So you can also log on to Badrika Ashram's website and you can see what all things are there
hmm,
that he's doing. There is also a thing called sadhana tablet, right? So he's
right.
also yeah. So that is also a very good tool if you are into spirituality.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Or
That's
if
nice
you
to
are
hear
trying
that.
to, yeah, if you are trying to be spiritual and go into spirituality. And definitely Guruma has a community called Sri Yantra community. You are
Okay.
welcome to explore that too. You can
Okay.
log into her website and see what all things are there.
So it's there on the Vedic Vastu Living website. Is that the same website or there's some other website for that?
Deepak ji, how can someone connect to the Sri Yantra community?
Shriyanta, I think we have WhatsApp group. I think we have to add him to
WhatsApp
that.
group,
That's
yeah,
that's the
we
only
Okay.
have
way I
WhatsApp
know.
group.
All
Yeah,
I
right.
can help Deepak ji.
Nehal ji, yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can post it in
okay.
the group.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yes,
Yeah, please.
yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
yes.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, Komalji. Yeah.
We will I mean, we'll discuss about that in the temple remedy when it
Temple,
comes. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're going to reach there soon. Yeah.
Thank you, Deepak ji. So, while doing Vastu, educate yourself with all the aspects of Vastu scriptures, and slowly you will be able to see that scriptures unfold their secrets to you. This was what I was trying to tell you, right? That Guruma always says that when you and as you read scriptures, they start talking with you. Life will unfold in unexpected avenues and transform into a beautiful journey. And it has to be like that, right? Only us that we are getting distracted here and there, and then we don't have that kind of energy to face the problems. So scriptures, they give us that energy, and definitely supersonic sound, the mantras that definitely will help change and transform our lives and give us the power or the strength to face those kind of problems and think differently and find a solution. To activate the Kundalini, all the chakras Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara, Anahata, Vishuddhi, and Agna must be in sync with the mantra. Same goes with Vastu. Next slide, Deepakji. So IJK of this remedy will be the will to chant the mantra. J would be to know which mantra to chant and when to chant it and how to chant it. K would be to actually go and chant that mantra. So this was what I was talking about the when in the Dikpal slide. These are the Dikpal mantras that you can recite, right? You can just take a screenshot or you can have a look at it. I will not go in the detail of this. Next slide, Deepakji. Remedy number 6, auspicious time, Muhurata. So this was taken from Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. That is the book on astrology. And what is mean what the Brihat, I mean Parashar, Rishi Parashar has said this words, and he says that he is going to describe the position of the constellations and planets in the sky. The number of light objects that are visible in the sky, some of them are called constellations and some of them are called planets, from which the places are always fixed. The stars in which they direct distance is always the same. They are called nakshatras. Okay, so it becomes a little bit difficult to understand. So I will just try to break it down a little so that we can understand it better. What this verse is trying to say here is that if we notice carefully, we find that the heavenly bodies that are in the sky have a fixed distance, that have fixed distance between each other. And for some of these bodies, the distance, it keeps on changing. Okay, so the one in which the distance remains the same, they are the nakshatras or constellations. And the heavenly body that are moving at a greater velocity, they are planets. So this is another great example how our sages, they were ahead of their time, how they knew more than the science of that time, right? And they could tell this truth based on the meditation or meditative powers that they had and whatever they observed during those meditations. Okay, telescopes and such things were not there during that time. Then also they knew a lot of this. And how? Because it was their power of meditation. So all such details, they are also given in our scriptures. If you want, you can refer to Surya Siddhanta. That's the scripture. Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is also another scripture. Next slide, Deepakji. So what does Murata, when we say Murat, what does that mean? It means oh, you are running away. Yeah.
Sorry.
So Murat, that's okay. Murata is defined as the most auspicious time to start any new activity. Okay. This is the moment that is calculated by using the Panchang or the Almanac. Panchang is consisted of two words when we break it down, Panch and Ang. Panch means five divisions, and Ang means the limbs or divisions, whatever, 5 divisions. So Panchang, it's a Hindu calendar almanac which follows the traditional units of Indian timekeeping and presents important dates and their calculations in a tabulated form. How many of you have seen a Panchang? Does anyone use it? Okay, so what homework for today? What you can do is you can download any app that you like that gives Panchang in it, okay? That shows Panchang. I personally you like it like a app called Drik Panchang. That's what I follow, okay? So download that app and have a look at the Hindu calendar. Open it and see what kind of things are there in the Panchang. You will be able to see that there are these 5 things: Tithi, Var, Nakshatra, Yog, and Karna, okay? So Var is 7 days of the week. Okay, Tithi is divided into two, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. The waxing and waning moon phases. Okay, and this is based on the waxing and waning phases of the moon. Okay, nakshatras, constellation. There are 27 of them. We all know that 27 nakshatra story of the moon and his wives, right? Who are the 27 nakshatras? They are the daughters of somebody. Okay.
Daksh,
Note down.
Raja Daksh.
Daksh. That's
Yes.
right, Komalji. Daksh Prajapati. So they are the 27 daughters of Raja Daksh Prajapati. And if you don't know their story, another homework for you, note it down. Go on internet, search for the story. So each nakshatras, they have 4 phases. So when the moon is in second and third phase, effect of that nakshatra is the strongest, okay? The other one is Karn, that is one half of a tithi, and they are of two types, the movable and the fixed. Char and Sthir. Yog. It's the angular rotation between the sun and the moon, and you can refer to Vishwakarma Prakash or Vastu Remedies for more detail on this, okay? And as Ma always says that if you don't know how to calculate and how to see the muhurat, you should always consult a Pandit, okay? Pandit is the one, a knowledgeable person who can show you the way and who can calculate the muhurata for you for whatever auspicious work that you are going to take on to. So the IJK of this remedy would be actually the will to learn the muhurata, knowledge of the panchang, and to use it till you get it. Okay, that's why I told the homework for today. Download Drik Panchang, try to see these things in it. Okay, next slide. Remedy number 7, altar or our temple. So this verse is taken from Bhagavad Gita, where Sri Krishna emphasizes on single pointed focus. That's what we talked about, right, in the previous slides. That's why temples, or most of them, they have only one idol in the Garbhagriha. So there is this whole different temple Vastu course, right, Deepakji, that we used to take in take back. There is
Yes.
1 hour course on temple
Temple.
Vastu. So. So what does Lord Krishna say? That fix thy mind on me, be devoted to me, sacrifice to me, bow down to me. Thou shalt come even to me. Truly do I promise unto thee, thou art dear to me. So what does this mean is that focus only on one thing at a time. Okay, whether it is also God. See, God Himself is telling here, you don't need a lot of gods in your temple. He Himself is saying one is enough. Focus on one. Believe in one. Okay. Next slide, Deepakji. Okay, so somebody yesterday was asking that it was surprising to her that we do temple vastu and how it is done. So this is the slide where we talk about how we can do temple vastu and how it is done. So Ayadi is a formula or a sutra that is given in the Vishwakarma Prakash, and we follow that Ayadi principles and apply it to the making of a temple so that it can become that sacred space from which the cosmic energies enter into your temple and into your home and lives. Okay, so this is the diagram here, which basically is explaining the length, the breadth, the measurements of how a temple should be and what the measurement should be of a particular temple in your home. Okay, outside also it is there, and it is a very big and different field, and lot of people are also doing it. And if you see the example of the Ayodhya temple that was recently built, okay, that example is also given in Ma's pink book, the architecture principle book. So you can see that how following Vastu, they have also built the temple of Ayodhya. Even old temples like Sri Jagannath Puri temple in Odisha, it's also being built on the same principles. And the newly launched Pitham book, it also shows one of the examples how pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids, they were also aligning to the cosmic energies and directions. Okay, so those kind of things are really very important to see that how different cultures around the world, they also have their own thing. If not, if not, it's called it's not called Vastu definitely everywhere, but they have their own things that they use, or the tools that they use to follow and connect with the cosmic energies. And pyramids are also one kind of example. You can read more about in her newly launched Pitham book. So coming back to temple, so this is the thing where we apply how we apply the IDs. This is the measurement of the temple, and I am very happy to say that the first one in our group to do it was Deepakji. And I followed Deepakji's example. I got a lot of strength from him to actually do it, right? Temple Vastu, Deepakji. He was the first that
Yes.
did
Thank
he
you.
did it. Next, I was following his example, gaining strength from him, and we all did it, and we have seen amazing results. Yesterday, I talked about how there was a small temple fire and how I came to know that there is a Vastu dosha that was emanating from the temple of my home, and how Guruma helped me to rectify it. And here I would also like to thank Deepak ji because I got a lot of strength from him and I followed his example. And then I was actually able to do it. Okay, IJK. Here also I applied that with help of Guru and Deepak ji and I saw amazing results. So believe me, Temple Vastu is really thing. And if you do it, you can see changes also. So, a householder can achieve the goals by following the four Purushas. This was what we discussed. Scriptures advised earning with Dharma, definitely, because if the earning is not right, yes, the other things that you do from that money will also be not right, yes, okay? So, Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha will be in a jeopardy if you are not earning rightfully. You need not to be a sage to achieve moksha. Fulfilling duties without attachment and concentrating on the Supreme Being can lead to union with him. This is really difficult to achieve, but sadhana makes it possible. That's why sadhana says sambhav hai. That's why you should do sadhana, okay? That because it will help you achieve it. Fill the puja room with faith and devotion to enhance agami karmas resulting from the present actions. Okay, what are agami karmas? That are the future actions that are resulting from the present actions. There are different kind of karmas, right? I don't want to go in that because it would again become a Adhyatmic session. But if you want to learn about it, you can go on the internet and search what kind of karmas are there and how they affect us or how they affect our life that we live today, okay? Or the future life we live. Sitting in the puja room should bring feelings of eternal peace and bliss, connecting one to higher consciousness. Yesterday we talked about an example that how a cell's main or energy source is its mitochondria, right? In the same way, temple acts as the energy source of your entire house. Lot of energy, lot of positive vibrations. It comes from the temple of your home and radiates towards your entire house. That's why temple room or your home temple should be done as per Vastu. Gradually, one can achieve the state of Samyama. Next slide, Deepak ji. So, what's the myth about the temple is? More the gods, the better the protection. So, if I am to say, lot of people, no, including me and Deepak ji here, we all had lot of idols in our temple, right? And after doing temple Vastu, we gradually reduce them and we will know in temple Vastu session how to do it and why you should do it. Okay, so I'm not going to go in those details there. Gods, and what is the truth about it? That gods are energies. We saw what's the definition of Devta in the slides that we did during the Vastu Purush remedy number 4. So you can just go back in the recording and hear it again if you are forgetting it or something like that. But gods are energies and they operate at different frequencies. Okay, so for example, if I want to call, say, Nehal ji, then I have to dial her number, right? Then only I will be able to talk with Nehal ji. Otherwise, if I dial Deepak ji's number and if I think, okay, I can talk to Nehal ji, she's not there, I'll not be able to talk to her. Same is with the gods. They all have different frequencies. And when we chant their mantras, we cannot chant lot of mantras in one day and dialing that many different frequencies and talking to all of them, right? We have to focus on one. We have to dial their number. We have to talk to them because we want to connect to them. So this was just a simple understanding of how they are different frequencies and how we can use different frequencies at different times, okay? Not all at one time. This having more gods in a mandir means having different frequencies in a small area. This will disturb each frequency, hence disturbing our minds. Because remember, yeah, what is outside is inside. A temple is reflection of your own mind, okay? Whatever is in your mind, your temple can show. So whenever Vastu consultants they go, they'll see your house and they will see the pattern. They will see your house, they will see the doshas too. They will see your temple, they will see your mind. This is how everything is connected and we can see. And then we can transform and suggest suggest changes. Sorry, I'm sleeping here. um, this will disturb each frequency, hence disturbing our minds. They are like electrical signals which affect our minds at a subtle level. To become one with our God, we have to make sure each cell in our body that are 30 trillion cells, they all will speak the same language. Okay? It is a long journey. By giving different frequencies, we will disturb each of those cells. This will only make it difficult for us to reach our goals. So arrange your altar in this manner with only 5 elements in there. Here you can see in the picture on the left, that is a picture of Guruma's temple. And you can see that all the elements, whether it is the bell, whether it is the diya, whether it is the water, they are all placed in their respective energetic directions, right? So this is what we do in Temple Vastu. Know who is your Ishta. Introspect which frequency is closer to your personality, okay? Pray to the divine in you. Lead a fulfilling life by respecting yourself first. Cleansing begins with the self. Always, always. Cleansing always begins with yourself. First, try to do that, and then you can see that gradually you don't have to do anything, and surroundings will adjust to you. This I have observed in my life, so I can really stand by it. Any questions? I'm not trying to explain here in a lot of details because this is a whole new different topic, and it will take a much of time if I try to sit and explain, okay? So just a overview. So IJK of this remedy would be knowing your Ishta, the will to know your Ishta, the knowledge of your Ishta, and praying every day to your Ishta. That's what the IJK of this remedy will be. Remedy number 8, bed or shayan. So this verse is taken from Vishwakarma Prakash, chapter number 4, verse number 6, verse number 2, sorry. And it means that in a sleep cycle, the bed is called a person's house. Can somebody tell me why we call the bed our house? घर तो बनाना नहीं है उस पे, तो फिर हम क्यों बोल रहे हैं?
Because that's the uh, last piece what we find at the end of the day, and we wake up fresh.
That can be, but 1/3 of our life, if we see,
Yeah, because we
1/3 of
spend
our
around
life.
7 to 8 hours a day
That's
on that
right.
bed, sleeping on that
That's
bed.
right. So if we calculate roughly, then 1/3 of our life we spend on the beds, okay? And bed is what will help in rejuvenating us, in giving the energy back to us, in healing us. Main thing is healing, okay? That happens when we can have a restful and peaceful sleep. That's why bed vastu is very important. See, these are the surprising things of vastu that I talked. Why temple vastu is important, why bed vastu is important. We will know here why bed vastu is important. This is why, because we have to heal ourselves, and that healing happens when we can have a restful sleep. And 1/3 of our life we spent on beds. So that's why the bed vastu is very important, okay? And if I am to quote Swami Paramhansa Yoganandji, he refers that sleeping is kind of a yogic action, okay? As breathing gets regulated when we sleep. So unconsciously, we humans, we try to perform what is known as yogic kriyas, like merging the life force with healing currents in the human region and the spinal centers. That's why he is comparing the sleep to a yogic kriya, okay? That's when we get recharged by the cosmic energies. And that's why it is very important that if our bed is aligned as per Vastu, we get access to that cosmic energies easily and healing happens effortlessly. Okay, that's why bed vastu is very important. So what to do, what to take care of? Minimum 3 inches of space between floor and bed bottom for air circulation. So no bed boxes, okay? Please don't have bed boxes. Decorate bed with yantra mantra and chinha. Of course, the symbols that we talked about, and we will talk about a little bit more in the slides ahead. So you can always use those to decorate your bed. Install Ashtmangal and Bed Manjusha, of course. And Bed Manjusha is also available on Ma's website along with Ashtmangal. So if you want to know where to get that, just log on to her website. No mobile charging next to bed. Definitely no mobile charging. We all have those, but we should not do that, okay? No electric plugs next to bed. If you have that, India has a very good thing. They have switches, so you can stop the currents. But US doesn't have that. So I like to place those caps, right? The child safety caps on it. So these are some things. Definitely, the other thing to add here would be no mirror in front of beds. There should be no mirror in front of beds. Why? Because we might dream of something and we might just stand up, or if we are just taking a water break or something in the middle of the night and we see our reflections in the dark in the mirror, it would be terrifying, right? So, no mirrors in front of bed. Also, more about all these things, no, you should try and connect with our Instagram channel and our YouTube channel. A
I
lot of
just shared,
things.
sorry, I just shared the Instagram reel I made on bed
Bed,
to
yes,
in
that's
your group.
thank you, Deepak ji. See, he's awesome. Thank you. So yes, Instagram channel, Ma keeps on posting a lot of Vastu things on it, and it really helps us. Helps a person that to understand better things and what to follow, what not to follow, what is not true, what is true, what should you do, etc., etc. Yeah. So IJK of bed Vastu. How the will Sauthi Parla. Sorry, the first thing, the will to make changes in your bed. J, the knowledge of bed Vastu as per our scriptures. As per our scriptures is very important. I am emphasizing knowledge of bed Vastu as per our scriptures. K, the action changing our bed as per Vastu. Deepak ji have done it. So kudos to him. Ask him the after effects. Deepak ji, if you can share here.
Yeah, very simple. There are a lot of things happened. One thing which I said, my child was just 2 years old, was very, very, very cranky. And the day I changed, that day onwards, he's just sleeping peacefully. Touch wood. Yeah, that's one simple thing I would say. Those other things will happen, but just keeping the main thing.
Yeah, so that's why bed vastu is very important. We might not know what's happening, why is it happening, but little changes when we start doing it as per vastus and as per scriptures, no, you will start seeing the changes in your life. Transformations will happen effortlessly. Effortlessly is the key word here, because we can see a lot of things happening, but to experience it personally, no, after implementing these small vastu changes, you will be able to experience them. And as Swamiji always says, no, find your own truth. If you don't experience it, no, Navnitji, no bad box. Bed boxes, no, they kind of hamper your air circulation. Okay, and lot of things people put in their bed boxes.
I had a
Lot
bed
of storage
box.
stuff.
I had a
Yeah,
bed box.
yeah. See, he changed. So yeah, lot of things to keep in mind. Yeah, this we already for the bed. Do we need wooden ashtamangal? Ashtamangal can be of different types and they are all available on the website, right? So copper is there, wood is there. You can stick it on your bed. I like to place it where I can see it, but if you are concerned, you can also place it behind your bed frame, okay? And of course, bed manjusha under the bed. And one more thing under my bed is the one that Ma gave. Geopathology, right? Connected to that. What was it? Geosphere.
Nidra Kavach.
Geosphere.
Geosphere.
Nindra
Okay.
Kavach, Geosphere.
Geosphere, we are not doing that. It's okay. It's
Okay.
just Nidra Kavach.
Okay.
That is
Yeah,
very
just Nindra
expensive
Kavach.
and it's not really affordable. It comes from Germany. It's not.
Germany. Yeah,
We are not
yeah.
doing that now. Yeah.
So a lot of things can be done. Like Nidra Kavach is available. That is also good. It acts like grounding sheet. If you are if you know what grounding sheet is, or if you don't know, that can be your homework. Go on internet, search for how and what are the effects of grounding sheets. And Nindra Kavach is a cheaper version. It can help you achieve that same results. Okay, that's also on Mars website, so you can also check that out. Lot of homework, so keep on noting without forgetting. Just go on internet, just go on Ma's website, Ma's book, refer the Ma's book, and you will see a lot of simple, small things. No, start changing, and you'll see differences. So get the land testing And remove the Shalya. Purify the land with cow dung to complete the land of Vastu. Apply positive symbols. Gold, silver, manjusha to complete the Vastu of bed. Keep one positive item in the car to complete the Vastu of car. We have car safe that is available on vedicvastuliving.com. Purify the puja temple by applying cow dung. Ashtamangal fixed in cars. Yeah, you can put Ashtamangal also in the car. Purify the puja temple by applying cow dung to complete the Vastu of temple. See, car safe is built because, in countries outside India also, just like us, we do not use swastik symbol a lot outside. Inside our house, we use it everywhere. We don't mind it. But outside, we don't use it. People are very ignorant here. They try to connect it to the Nazi symbol. And a lot of things have happened in the past with others. So we try to avoid those things. And that's why car safe. Because Ashtamangal has symbols, chinhas, they are good. You can use it. But car safe, no, it has crystals in it and it can help you in other ways also. That's why Ma has designed car safe, and you can also go on her website and check it out. Okay, next slide, Deepak ji. A very big thing which I am not able to achieve it till now: decluttering. Okay, basement full of clutter. I have to do it, but I am not able to do it. I don't know how and when to find the time. But yes, decluttering is one of the most important things in Vastu, because Vastu is all about clean, organized spaces. And this is taken from Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Samadhi Pada number 3. As soon as the waves stop and the lake has become quiet, we see the ground below the lake. Same is with the mind. When we are calm, we see that our own nature, what our own nature is. We do not mix ourselves but remain our own selves. So that's why I said silence sometimes work. It is same like that, okay? It will help you hear your inner voice. When your space is decluttered, you can see how calm you feel, how good you feel, okay? And always, it is the reflection of your mind. Your space is reflection of your mind. Whatever chaos is going on your mind will be shown in your space. That's why decluttering is important. Organization is also very important. Organizing things is important. Sorry. Next slide, Deepak ji. Okay, so this is a very good one. If you want to take a picture of it, you are sure to, you are free to take a screenshot. And I will just go through it by reading it. The planets that get healing while decluttering is mentioned here. What are the things that get benefit when we declutter what? So, donating items that we don't use it for over 2-3 years, it will help our sun heal. SUN. Donate to the needy. Fill up your car with goodies like sugar packets, biscuits, and used clothes for the street dwellers. That will help our Saturn. Write the name of a person, a thought, or an incident on a sheet of paper that has been troubling you. Now burn it. This I do it every now and then, okay? It helps our Ketu. Make sure your bed is clean and free from clutter to for easy airflow. Stagnant energy around us contaminates our aura. This will help our sun. Erase unwanted data from your phone, WhatsApp, and mails. This will help our Venus. Also, I would like to point out here that cell phones, they are Rahu and Ketu of today's world, okay? So they can help you, they can hamper you. Depends on how you use it. And I use my phone as a remedy. I and how can I use the phone as my remedy is that I wallpapers is the easiest way, okay? I put Swamiji's picture on my wallpaper and Guruma's on my lock screen. So I can see them all the time. They are all there in my prefrontal cortex all the time. I am with them, they are with me. Life is easy, life is sunny, life is good. Yeah. So wallpapers, easiest remedies. And of course, declutter your phone. Have a strict daily morning routine, a nitya karma like a morning prayer or a chant that will help your Mars. Clear up drawers, cupboards, handbags, lofts, basements, and cars. I'm not able to do this. Moon is moon is affected, so yes. Clearing this will help your moon. Wear clean and iron clothes daily. Definitely. It is Venus. Looking good, Venus. Keep limited items around your space. The minimalistic environment in their home, office, car, etc. is the way of the sages. Jupiter loves it. Minimalistic. Trying to achieve it, difficult in today's world, but not impossible, okay? Lot of, see, I told you, lot of small, small things, right? Small, small things open big transformations. आवश्यक वस्तुओं को हटाना, अनावश्यक वस्तुओं को हटाना, sorry. Hindi. Mail or write all your worries or dreams to someone dear to you. This helps in knowing what is right and wrong for you, and that helps your moon. That's why Ma is always asking, did you journal? Journaling helps your moon, okay? Be mindful of your thoughts, speech, and actions. Definitely. Moon, Mercury, and Mars. All the M's. They get corrected by this. Triple M. And I told you, right? Lord Shiva is also saying that if they are not aligned, human beings suffer. And that is why, because they suffer. So if three M's are good, lot of things will be good too. Moon, Mercury, Mars. Exercise, exercise, and exercise. This helps in removing toxins from the body, and it helps our Mars and Rahu. Food is vital to life. Eating nutritious food with mindfulness is a key to a healthy and blissful life. Helps our sun. Read good literature. This not only helps in self-reflection, but gives us me time. Swadhyaya is one of the major points of the 5 niyamas mentioned by sage Patanjali. Our Jupiter loves it. Swadhyaya ka kuch bhi, 5 pages a day. Make it a habit, 5 pages a day. Give generously to your family and friends. This not only opens your heart chakra and strengthens the bond, do not think of passing on what is lying in your house to your family and friends. Definitely. आपने खोल के देखा ही नहीं क्या दिया, और आपने दूसरे को पास ऑन कर दिया, और आपने खोल के देखा, अरे भाई ये तो नहीं काम लग रहा ना. No, don't do that. Gifting intellectually is an important part of relationship building. It helps our Mercury. Take firm resolutions. This train the mind to behave in a certain way and makes things happen in our favor. Swamiji in each of his sadhana makes us take sankalpa. This increases our willpower. See, that's why sankalp shakti, it is a very important thing. It helps our Mars. These remedies, although they are small, they are very, very powerful. They have been taken from our scriptures, and we like Deepak ji, me, Nehal ji, we all have tried this, implemented this. We are doing this, okay? And this have helped us a lot. You will start seeing that things are happening effortlessly for you, right? Just like you will, sometimes I feel like some kind of magic is going on, but it's not true. It's because we are changing those small things that are bringing those big transformations for us. Next slide, people. Okay. Yeah, water body. देवालयं वा भवनं मठश्च भानः करैर्वायुभिरेव भिन्नम् तन्नमुल्लभवो भुवमो परिवर्जनीयं छायागता यस्य गृहस्य कुपे. This is taken from Sri Rajvallabh, chapter number 5, verse number 31. What it says is a temple, a house or monastery devoid of sunlight and airflow, and a house which casts a shadow over a well should be rejected. Ventilation is the key point, okay? And now we will see in the next slide, Deepaji, that how to and where, how to use water as a remedy, where to put the water bodies that we are using it in our daily lives. We are 70% of water, as we all know, and so is our Mother Earth. Even a slightest decrease in the water level of the body results in health hazards. Okay, so hydration is the key. We talked about it. It helps our moon, it helps our body. A complete chapter is dedicated to the water body known as Jalashaya in Vishwakarma Prakash Grantha. Okay. So it is said that Vastu scriptures, no, they clearly prohibit the water body to be in southwest. Myth is going on in the market about it, so this is the clarification that I just wanted to point it out. And it's clearly mentions in the scriptures that it leads to the death of the owner or friction between the women of the family. Okay, it decreases the growth of the owner. So southwest water tanks can only be beneficial to the people with specific birth charts. Okay, So we have to look at the birth chart of a specific person. But if it is for the whole family, then it's a different case. So it is good to avoid it. There is a science behind this too, and which our sages, I would like to point out again here, that they knew, okay, and that's why they prohibited the water body to be in the southwest. Do you know why? Anyone? Okay. So sun's rays, they are stronger in the south, so water will get heated, okay? And that water, when we consume it, it will lead to a dosha in our body that is called pitta dosha, okay? It will lead to us becoming more angry, okay? We will have anger issues because of the pitta dosha if we consume such kind of water. So Bhagavad Gita, there is also a line related to lust, greed, and anger, and water body should not be in southwest. This is very clearly written in our scriptures. Okay, Bhagwan here says that three things destroy a human: lust, greed, and anger. Consequently, we must not keep water in southwest. What is the remedy if there is water in southwest? We can place a silver tortoise or a silver crocodile inside the water tank. Okay, logically as well, silver is a metal that is known for its cooling properties. So placing silver, anything silver, silver coin, silver tortoise, silver crocodile, placing them in the water body which is in the wrong direction can correct it. Okay, we can rectify it by that. It is a remedy. So as it is said here that, can you take a slide back, please? Yes. Deepak ji, Navneet ji wants to see the previous slide. This one, Navneet ji?
This one
Okay.
is this.
Yeah, he said yes.
Okay. Any questions
All
on this?
right.
Okay, can I move? Okay.
He said all good. He just wanted to refer to the verse that
Okay.
was here, I guess. Yeah. You can read this verse in Guruma's book, no? Shri Rajvallabh Retold. She has translated this book. And you can also find this silver crocodile on our website. We are going to soon put it there, right, Deepak ji? It was
Yes.
designed by one of our Jaya students. And Guruma is very proud of him. Okay, so the IJK for this remedy, I will be the will to recondition your learning about water bodies. J would be to learn from the authentic sources like our scriptures. K would be to the courage to question our myths, okay, that are going on in the market about the wrong direction water bodies and wrong Vastu notions. And action, also action. You have to take action to follow what's written in our scriptures. Remedy number 11, interior design, Antrik Sajja. Oh, this is big one. I'm just going to read the translation. One ought to enter a house which is strewn with an abundance of flowers. Oh, you are running away, Deepak ji. Thank you. Strewn with an abundance of flowers, decked with arches, embellished with pots filled with water, where the deities are worshipped with incense, perfumes, and oblations, and which is reverberating with the sound of Brahmins chanting Vedas. Okay, what does this mean? This verse has been taken from Brihat Samhita, and it means that is this verse specifically is referring to a time when Lord Krishna, I guess, he was coming back. Okay, he was coming back. People, they decorated their entrances and they decorated with different things and they were using different things. And we will also see in our slides ahead why decorating entrance and why entrance is important. Okay, and what should you do to enhance the positive vibrations of your entrance. So I'll talk it during that slide. We can move on. If I want to give an example, I thought of an example here. I can give my own here actually, because after what Guruma did Vastu for our house, we as mentioned in this verse, we started to see that things were happening on their own. Okay, first when I used to bring plants in my house, they used to die, home plants. Okay, I was not able to, I don't know what the problem was. Today also it puzzles me, but they didn't used to survive that much. So after Vastu, no, what happened, I tried to bring a couple of plants and they survived. They thrived actually. They thrived beautifully. And today, just tomorrow, I brought three more of them, the house plants. So, this kind of things, yes, they are there and they are happening. And these are the changes where you can subtle, small, small changes that you can see after you do Vastu. So, yeah. In every space, the design must be done as per its need. We cannot have a homogeneous approach, okay? And at home, the designs must reflect our inner self with serene patterns. For the office, it must be such that one feels energetic. The myth that is going around is placing pyramids and many other symbols on the wall will solve the problems in my life. While the truth is, placing materials on the outside is more to do with our visual senses, okay? 75% of the knowledge, although it is attained through our eyes, so we believe what we see. If auspicious items are placed around us, we slowly become like them. That's why remedies, if they are placed where you can see them, will give more changes and more positive outcomes can be felt more stronger. Okay, it is more to do with our psyche. These yantras work through our minds. That's why wherever we see them, where can we see them? We place them there. Okay. And as you can see, as you will see ahead also, Vastu 80% is to work on your inner self, okay? Only 20% is architecture. Even in our old scriptures like Vishwakarma, Prakash, Mansar, Mayamatam, all those scriptures, no, they have architecture versus only 20% of architecture verses are there. Rest of the things, 80% things they are talking about implementing different things. Okay, only structural changes or architectural related changes are 20%. 80% is the work on yourself or your inner self. Next slide, Deepakji. So these are some of the things which you can try to implement. Do not keep pictures of innumerable gods and goddesses on the wall and at the altar. It is better to place pictures of your Ishta. Do not place pictures of demons, ancestors, ghosts, ancestors also, okay? Ghosts related, self-realized souls. Guruma says that you can keep self-realized souls, that is the same pictures only if you are trying to live a life like them, okay? Snakes, less learned or their families in the houses. The pictures of them may affect our minds and weaken our zeal to work and be in the family system. See, that's why we should not keep those kind of pictures. Keep pictures of saint only if you wish to pursue monkhood, as pictures of them help you pursue their path. Okay, that's why no saints. It is best to keep the pictures of people who inspire you instead of keeping those kind of pictures. You can keep the pictures which will motivate you or inspire you. We are in Grihastha Ashram, definitely. That's why we are trying to do Vastu, where our goal is to lead the life of a successful householder. Scriptures advise us to keep things that helps us in achieving our goals, and anything that takes us farther away from our goals must be avoided. Pictures of swings that are in motion make a person anxious and should be avoided. But if it is in family tradition, it should not be a problem. See, this one is very true for me. Why? Because I love swings, okay? When we bought our house, the first thing that I said to my husband was, please buy a swing. Being from a Gujarati family, I love my swing and it doesn't make me anxious. So this is a thing where it works for me. Some people they don't like swing. My husband, he doesn't like swing, okay? When he sits with me, we cannot swing faster. So yeah, it depends on a person. Pictures of a saint, people doing strict penance, feathers, atheis, famished beings, disease, bondage, weapons, fire, especially a home burning on fire. Oil, blood, sludge, dust, thorns, fever, anxiety, dementia, etc. are a few examples of what should be avoided. See, there was this thing while we were living in New Orleans. No, my husband he went to a famous gallery, okay, and he brought a picture, and that picture was at a time when there was a flood in New Orleans, and the picture was of the people they were living on the water flooded houseboats and things like that. Okay, and he said, okay, this was so nice and this and that. I said, I'm not going to hang this in my house. The straight away at that time I did not knew Vastu. I was not even doing Vastu, but straight away I said that I'm not hanging this. So that kind of pictures you should avoid. Elephants and horses are good, but avoid pictures of people riding on elephants or horses. So this is true because in my house also in past I used to keep pictures, those Rajasthani pictures. No, they have this royals that are depicted sitting on elephants carrying weapons, those kind of pictures that were there in my house, so I had to get rid of them. So according to us, so it is not good. Avoid pictures of chariots, vehicles and burning houses. Avoid dry trees, definitely. Trees without flowers, trees with thorns. Exception here is rose. Okay, more about how to plant trees and where to plant trees and which kind of trees or plants you can keep at home is also given in Vastu Remedies book. And Raj Vallabh also has a whole chapter dedicated to it. If I remember it correctly, it is in chapter number 2. And single branch or two branch trees, any animal or person living in the jungle and mountains. Pictures of birds like vultures, owls, pigeons, eagles, crows, and hawks are not auspicious. Okay, so some people will question that owl being a vehicle of Ma Lakshmi, why cannot we keep that? But Vastu, our scriptures, they don't permit it, okay? Just a clarification. Next slide, Deepakji. Okay, so remedy number 12, land acquisition. Yesterday, when somebody was asking me about the Adhigrahan, what is Adhigrahan and how to do it, and why we should do it, we will see a little bit here. But more about this is also there in Vastu Remedies book, okay? A lot of that is a lot of detail is given there, along with the mantras to chant, along with the procedures to follow. It is all given there. And the very first thing that Guruma said to do after I consulted Vastu, for Vastu to her, it was Adhigrahan. We did Adhigrahan and we saw a lot of things after that. Okay. So this is a very, very powerful remedy actually that I have seen it myself, experienced it myself. Okay, so next slide, Deepakji.
Sorry, I would just want another explanation. Up, अधिग्रहण means what? Like land. अब जैसे हम लोग तो existing, we're staying in the existing flats or buildings. तो उसमें कैसे फिर अधिग्रहण करेंगे
हाँ
हम?
हाँ हम बात करेंगे ना इस पे,
Okay,
यही
okay,
स्लाइड पे कोमल जी। हाँ जी।
okay.
हाँ हाँ। सो अधिग्रहण ना अगर हम लोग एग्जिस्टिंग में रह रहे हैं ना तो भी कर सकते हैं। अगर जैसे मेरा देखो, मेरा हाउस तो ऑलरेडी बिल्ड हो गया था, राइट? व्हेन आई कंसल्टेड फॉर वास्तु इट वाज व्हाट 5+ years since I have been staying in a built house. After that I did Adhigrahan when I consulted her for Vastu, Guruma, and she told and we did Adhigrahan. So already constructed house में भी अधिग्रहण कर सकते हैं, ओके? लैंड पे किया जाए अगर बिफोर कंस्ट्रक्शन, इट इज वेल एंड गुड, बट इफ नॉट यू कैन ऑल्सो डू इट आफ्टर कंस्ट्रक्शन और while you are living in the house, okay? As per the Shastras, the land acquisition method, that is Adhigrahan Vidhi, is one of the most effective method to cleanse the land. Okay, we are helping the land to cleanse of the seen and unseen energies. We are claiming the land here as our own. Okay, because we want to live here, we want to thrive here with our family, or we want to work here if it is an office space. So we are cleansing the land of those energies. We are requesting them to go elsewhere so that we can live here in peace and harmony. Premises or even existing homes. Different scriptures describe Adhigrahan Vidhi in different ways. Some sages think that if a cow is set free on the land with its calf, at least for a week, the land gets purified. Land gets purified when the cow roams on the land. urinates and drops cow dung at multiple places. If you are trying to do it before construction, that is, if a guru or a pious or holy man walks on the land, it can also be true if the guru comes to your house and stays. Okay, that what I am dreaming about. I'm praying Guru Ma when she comes here, I can have an opportunity to welcome her here. So, if a guru or a pious or holy man walks the land or stays in your house, by sprinkling auspicious herbs, Sarva Oshadhi we talked about, right? See, Sarva Oshadhi, no, what you can do is you can also dilute it in a little bit of Gangajal and give it to your plants. It is very good for your plants too. And if they are your house plants, just like me, you can add it there also. So it will also have a positive feature. Okay, vibrations from those house plants will also spread in your surroundings. So that simple small change can also help by chanting the holy mantras. Definitely you can do all these things in existing houses also. Okay, so this answers your question, Komalji, that if the house is existing, we are living in it, we can still do it. And the process is already given in lot of detail in there, and you can follow that and do it. Okay, is it clear, Komalji?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you. Okay. What goes in Sarva Aushadhi? Kamalji, we talked about it. What goes in Sarva Aushadhi, right? The haldi, the vach, the kut, the salt. We talked about it in the previous slides today. Okay. Next slide, Deepakji. Okay, remedy number 13. Peace prayer or Vastu Shanti Havan. Excuse me. So, Vastu Puja must be performed while undertaking the construction of a temple, house, reservoir, well, water tank, tree plantation, town, door, and while performing yagna. See, there are a lot of other things where Vastu Shanti Havan can be done, and this entire list is given in Vishwakarma Prakash book. Okay, there Lord Vishwakarma has clearly said that when you do Vastu Shanti Havan. This brings comfort and delight. If not performed, the outcome is loss. So we knew the story about how Vastu Purush came into existence and the boon given by Lord Brahma to him, right? So because of Lord Brahma's boon, if we do not feed Vastu Purush, then we what outcome will be loss. Okay, so that's why Lord Brahma had given the boon that those who worship you, that is, he says to Vastu Purush, those who worship you shall always receive divine grace and abundance. That's why Vastu Shanti Havan is important. So, in this puja, no, what we do basically is we express our gratitude to all of the 45 energies that are sitting on the Vastu Purusha. Okay, we are paying gratitude, our reverence to them, and we are praying them that may our energies in the house or whatever office or the space we are doing it be balanced, and the peace will remain there. The success and progress comes there effortlessly. Okay, that's why Vastu Shanti Havan should be done. Next slide, Deepakji. Okay. See, oh, you are running away. So, Vastu Puja is a felicitous way of utilizing the energies of a premises. Rituals of Vastu are flexible and permit one to do it as per their feasibility. Considering time, money, and faith, we can perform a Vastu Puja with or without a yagna. See, this is the thing, this is the beauty of it. Because some people will think it is a havan, we have to call a pandit, we have to do it with the pandit, and then there will be smoke and this and that. In US especially, it's a problem because the alarm, the house alarm, fire alarms, they start ringing, even if we do a little bit of excess of dhoop or agarbatti. So this Vastu Shanti Havan can also be done without a pandit, without a havan, only chanting the shlokas. And even if you don't chant the shlokas or know the shlokas, even if playing it from YouTube, from Ma's website or Ma's YouTube channel, sorry, they can also have a good effect in the home. They can also help you change the vibration of the home. Okay. I have done this personally. That's why I'm trying to say here and point it out that this is effective. Whenever you are feeling there is a little bit imbalance going on, or whenever you want to cleanse the energy of your house, You can just play it from YouTube. You can just let it play, okay? No need to do a havan or no need to do anything with the pandit. If you can, that is well and good. But if there is no possibility of that, then also this thing also helps. It also works. So these are different. The figure you see here on your screen are of different yagna kundas. Okay, yagna kunda can be of different types. This is mentioned in Vishwakarma Prakash, and how different shapes of the yagna kund it gives you a different outcome. Okay. So, as per Sri Rajvallabh, chapter number 1, verse 27, while constructing premises or temples, we can do the Vastu Shanti Havan, and that it can even be carried out on the following occasions. While transforming a land into a square or rectangular shape, to ascertain the cardinal directions followed by Padavinyasa, while doing a land inspection, during the doors and pillars installation, and at the housewarming ceremony. See, it can also be done at other than these things also, okay? Like your son's or daughter's birthday, or it can be done every 6 months or annually, or whenever you are returning from a big travel, like whenever you are, see, for example, if I am going to India and coming back, I can do Vastu Shanti Havan at that time also. These things are there in our scriptures. It's not my own. So you can read it in Vishwakarma Prakash book, okay? They are mentioned when to do it. So Vastu Puja, basically, it's not a ritual, okay? But it is an act of alignment where we give gratitude to all those energies, and it is a spiritual permission. It is a kind of a spiritual permission that we seek before shaping the earth, okay? Before constructing, or if it is constructed after that also. By this puja, we also invite harmony, health, and abundance in our life, okay? So Lord Vishwakarma says that even after the construction is complete, we must do Vastu Shanti Havan. See, this is the thing. It's not only for before construction, it can be done after also. At least once a year, at least at the time of the birth of children, after every important ceremony, during big festivals, after the renovation of an old house, harvesting and storage of grains, and after we come back from long travels. That's what we talked about, right? Detail about this, I told you, 2 places. Check out her Vastu Remedy books, Gurumas, and her YouTube channel. Mantras are there. So we have tools, we have access to them, okay? It's just finding a simple, small time to do it. And during the Havan also, no, we give ahutis, right? So one of the ahuti here I would like to mention is given to Lord, Vastu Purusha. So that's when we feed him, and that's when he gets appeased or he comes, okay? That's how it works. That's his food, so we should do it. So IJK for this remedy would be the will to do the yagna. Okay, the knowledge to do the yagna and gathering the items related to it, and not, if not, you are doing just a mansik type of yagna, then you can find out from where you can chant the mantras or where you can play the mantras on your phone. Okay, and K would be doing the yagna or listening to the yagna. Okay, remedy number 14, symbols, chinha. This was what we were talking about in the previous slides of Dikpals, right? Dikpals have different symbols that we can use as remedies. So it can also connect here. And remedies, Chinha is a remedy and we can use it. So let's see how we can use it. First of all, I will just read the translation of this verse. So make Shri Vriksha or Vardhaman on a flag, umbrella, and decorative items. If these are imposed with such symbols, then there is a rise in health, victory, and wealth. See, even Lord Vishwakarma, he says that we can use symbols, and we can see that there is, by using the symbols, we can see that they can increase our health, they can make us victorious, and they can also increase the wealth. So let's see how to use them. Next slide, Deepakji. Yeah, the greatest one. Here is Ashtamangal on your screen. From left to right, there are 8 symbols on this, and you can also see the symbols in a lot of our temples, okay? First one is the swastika, second is the Shrivasa, third is the Nandyavrat, fourth is the Vardman, fifth is the Bhadrasana or the throne, the sixth is Purnakalash or the pot, seventh is the mean Yugla or the fish, and last one is Darpan or the mirror. What they symbolize and how they can help you can be your homework, okay? Note it down. This can be homework and we can also discuss it in our WhatsApp group. I will do it as an example for the swastika, okay? I will explain it, okay? And then you can do the rest on your own and find out how these symbols, what they mean, how you can use it, okay? They can be used as an Ashtamangal directly. You can buy it from the website VedicVastuLiving.com and place it, or you can draw it and put it, or you can use it as an individual symbol also, okay? So the first one here, the swastika, it's a very holy symbol that is always used in lot of our religious things, okay? And we use it every single day also. I remember my mother, no, she used to clean the threshold in the morning, okay? And there she used to draw it with kumkum every day. And that's a practice that we follow till today. So swastika is definitely one that is very, very important in our Hindu religion, and it was also used in Vedic Vastu. It's on our Ashtamangal also, okay? And you should always remember that merely placing the symbols, it won't work, okay? We should know the meaning of each one of them. That's why I'm trying to tell you that this is your homework. So don't skip it. Just go on the internet, find out what it is, how it works, what it stands for. Because as we were discussing about Lalita Sahasranam also, symbols are also like that. Okay, you have to know what they mean for them to take effect. Okay. Next slide, Deepakji. So chapter 10 of what happened? Okay. Vishwakarma Prakash says placing swastika at the base of the entrance is mandatory. We can also put Ashtamangal at the entrance. Either you can stick it on the door top frame of your door, or you can put it underground also if you that's a possibility. Okay. By doing this, we are energizing the entrance, because entrance is where we will learn in the slides ahead, where the positive energies they try to come in and enter to your home. Every kind of energy, not positive. That's why we are making entrances positive, so that only those kind of vibrations we are trying to make them welcome in our home or our space. Okay. So entrance is the prime portal of the house. It is from here that the energies enter. So let us make it a positive one. In scripture, Vishwakarma Prakash, chapter number 12, verse 42, the Lord says that we must place this symbol in the pit, which is at the Brahmasthana, along with the Digpals. He mentions the pit must be divided into 3 parts, and at the center, 4 swastikas must be drawn. We can alternately place the swastika engraved on copper plates inside the pit. These are the things that you can always do if you are even in an existing home. Deepakji has done it, right? Deepakji, and there are also, I guess, videos on how to place Manjusha in an already existing house. You can cut a tile in the Brahmasthana if you have a tiled floor, and how to put it and place it. The video is there, and Deepakji, I guess it's his own video, right? You shot that
Yeah,
video.
I
My,
I have placed
Mhm.
it in the entrances and southwest. Soon I'll be placing in the Brahmastan, waiting for Manjusha from ma'am. Uh,
Mhm.
but I just want to say this answers the yesterday's one of them's question in the chat. I think, can we dig the Brahmastan? So here is the verse. It says that you
Mhm.
can keep things in Brahmastan. Okay.
That's right. And it also says what things can go in your Brahmastan, okay? Because Brahmastan is the place from where that energy it arises and radiates outwards in your entire direction and sub-directions, okay? So Brahmastan, definitely we energize Brahmastan and we energize the entrance. Next slide, Deepakji. So these are a few suggestions. What can we use? These symbols that you see on your screen. Oh, you are running away. This symbol that you see on your screen, we can use it, we can draw it, we can paint it, we can frame it, or we can make those symbols in copper, silver, or gold, and we can also frame and place them. Okay. The easiest one being the Ashtamangal from Guru Ma. You can just place that, and that can take care of a lot of things. Okay. So frame and hang it on the wall of the study table, puja room, or meditation hall. Copper plate can be nailed directly to the door frame. Craft the Ashtamangal in gold, silver, copper, or even wooden Ashtamangals are also available to be cost effective now on VedicVastuLiving.com, and place it below the main door threshold at the time of construction and cement it. See, main door threshold, na, it is a very important point, right? It's where the energies they try to enter your home, and that's why we need to make it a positive one. A printout of this also can be pinned to the office table for growth at work. Place it inside a safe locker. Myth is yantras are sales gimmick. What's the truth about it? That over the past century, the Indian sciences have been abused so much that it is thought to determine which yantra is the precise one. As long as you trust the source, they will all bring positivity. See, yesterday also we saw that whatever you do, you should learn from an authentic source, or whatever you get for as a part of your Vastu remedies should also be from a trusted source. That's why Vedic Vastu Living comes to your rescue, you know. Next slide, Deepak ji. Okay. Our last remedy for today. Entrance. Dwar. The entrance of every house in the city was adorned with curd, unbroken rice, fruits, and sugarcane, pitchers full of water, offering incense and lights. See, this was the one that I was talking about, that this is the verse taken from Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. And this was when Sri Krishna was returning to the to Vrindavan, I guess, right? When people decorated their entrances. So there is the instance, and it shows the importance of why and how the entrance and with what the entrance can be decorated with. Next slide, Deepak ji. Let's see. Okay, so what can we use to make our entrance a positive one? See, if I give example of my house, no, my house has a entrance in a wrong pada or wrong direction. So it is very important for me to enhance the energy and make it a positive one. And I have used a lot of things that have helped me. That's why I wanted to share here that definitely, even if your entrance is in a positive pada, you should energize your entrance. Okay, it is very important because that's the primordial portal from where the energies enter your house, and you want to make sure that they are positive ones. Okay, so make the entrance positive by placing the items below the floor: gold coin, ashtamangal, silver coins, copper yantra, manjushas, all or any of the above they can go. Even if it's an already constructed house like mine, you can hang ashtamangal towards your door frame. Okay, and you can also use the manjusha, or you can, what you can do is you can place kirti mukha. That is also available on vedicvastuliving.com website. You can see how it looks and how you can place it also. Lakshmi ji, Ganesh ji, Krishna ji, or any of your ishta, they can also go on the parasol above your entrance door. A lot of things, no, you can do, like lighting an incense, at the entrance, making a deepak at the entrance, morning or dusk or dawn, dusk or dawn times. They are also good when you place a deepak at the entrance. A lot of different flowering plants can also be placed. Positive plants can also be placed at the entrance, right? Along with this ashtamangals or other things that you can place. And your nameplate, that can also be placed. It's also a very good thing to place to invite fame in your life. So, how to practice Vastu? Take a sankalp, read scriptures, read all books written by Dr. Jayshree. Why? Because then you will know how to practice it, what to do, what not to do, what are myths, what is truth, etc. etc. Read scriptures and books chapter parallelly. See, this was what I was trying to tell you. That Vishwakarma Prakash, na, it's a complicated book. So when you club it with Vastu Remedies book, you will be able to understand it much better. Vastu Padavinyas, pray to Lord Vishwakarma before entering the site. This is the thing we all do. That is taught by our Guruma, Dr.Jayshree. And we all try to do this, okay? There was one mantra in our slide yesterday that was dedicated to invoking Lord Vishwakarma. You can always use that verse before entering the site, okay? Mantra sadhana, definitely it's a very effective one and I recommend it. Mantras and Vastu goes in hand, okay? Vastu is all about mantras. See, Vastu Shanti Havan has also a lot of mantras. We saw in supersonic sound how it can be a remedy. Vastu is an ancient science and must not be practiced without the knowledge of scriptures. Definitely, because then it would not be true and you would not know that this is true or not. Decorate main entrance with auspicious things like rangoli, lamps, water bodies, etc. Read the remedies from Vastu Remedies book with complete focus and minimal distractions. Practice, practice, and practice. Because as and when you go on practicing, you will go on becoming better and better. Okay. Repetition of remedies reinforces brain circuits. See, this was what I was trying to tell you between the conscious and subconscious mind. That repetition is the key. It helps the conscious mind. And rotation is what changes the pattern that helps the subconscious mind. Okay. And the remedy gets imprinted into one's muscle memory. See, it gets imprinted in your subconscious, and you can have access to it whenever it is required in your life. This is how you can practice Vastu. And this is why Vedic Vastu Living and Dr. Jayshree Om comes to our rescue, because we cannot go sit in a library and read for so much amount of time. Even if we read, it's not that we will get it all the time, right? So her books make it very simple. And her sources are genuine because they are from scriptures and we can trust her. And we have seen changes. So I hope and pray that by following her also and her books and her products, the same kind of grace follows in your life too. So by this, I guess it brings us to the end of our session. This is our mission at Vedic Vastu Living. What is it? That DIY. See, I told you on the first day. Ma is all about DIY Vastu. Do it yourself. Learn by yourself. Okay. So here I would not go reading all of it. I would just say Dharmo Rakshati Rakshata. So those who protect the religion protects them. Okay. Shubham Bhavatu. This is the end of our session for today and end of Nanda course. Here I would like to say thank you to all of you for listening so patiently, as well as Deepak ji for helping me with the slides and Nehal ji also. And I would like to end the session by doing a small ending prayer. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnartha Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I'll not shy myself of telling you that this is one more example of our sages. They know better than today's science, and scriptures are the most authentic source codes. The closure, the term that is designed by today's world, our sages know they knew before, way back there, that closure, how important it is, okay, and how important it is to say the closing prayer at the end to express our gratitude to everyone around and as well as the energies, the sages, the gurus, and the gods that have designed the course and that have written these books, right? So, because of their wisdom, their guidance, we are able to perform everything in our life today. So, thank you, everyone. Okay, my
Is
gratitude
it,
and obeisance.
I know it's a late hours. Is it possible everybody to come on camera once? Is it possible? It'd be great if I can see you all. Yeah,
Yeah, let's take a picture. Let's
that
take.
would
I'll
be
take a
great.
picture.
I know it's sleepy faces could be. That's okay.
Thank you everyone for
I,
listening.
it's be very good to put a face for your name, yeah. Thank you very much, and I will share the recordings to you all from the shared drive. Yeah, please let me know if you are able to access. Not today, just give me a day or two. Soon I'll be giving it. Yeah.
And
So
we will also be circulating their certificates, right, Deepakji?
yes, Dhanuji, it's your
Yeah.
you can send it.
So just give us a week, okay, for certificates
Yes,
to
it
come
takes
through.
time to make it. So, but it will be digital only. So
Yeah.
we'll share it in the group, and please do share a small selfie video of yours.
Feedback. Yeah,
Uh,
that would be really
I would like
appreciated.
to
I
put in
really
some
appreciate that.
Instagrams also. So, uh, wishing for a good feedback from you all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for staying so long and being patient and asking difficult questions, and we were able to
Today
answer.
it was a very big day. It was a very long session, so thank you
Yeah,
for your patience.
yeah. We all
Uh,
learn from you also. Yeah. Anyway, you can speak, no problem. Anybody.
yeah, I have two questions, if I can go ahead. So
Sure.
one, on the ancestor sites and the pictures, what you have mentioned, right? There shouldn't be ancestors' pictures and not too many pictures of the goddess and all. Rather, just have the picture of someone who is motivating you, or the monks, where we are looking for that type of path in our life journey. So, what if the ancestors' pictures are already there and too many goddess pictures are there? Now, if we want to, come out of that fear and belief to make our place more vibrant and more energetic. So, how to do that process? Because definitely the pictures which have been placed for quite a few years would be having a emotional sentiment to it. So, how can that be rectified?
See, this was all when what we and me and Deepak ji also went through when we were trying to, change. Any change is not comfortable, okay? It
Yeah,
will bring some kind of discomfort, but you can still do it by being adamant on it and believing in it. Have faith that things are going to change and things will go and change for a positive way. You are doing it for a positive reason, okay? The pictures of gods and goddesses, there are three ways in our scriptures that you can, let go of them safely.
okay,
The one is the Agni Pravesh, one is the Jal Pravesh, and one is the burial in the ground. Okay. So whenever there is a big havan going somewhere where you know around you, you can take those pictures, take their permission, and you can say and pray to gods that we are going to let you go, not from our life, just from these pictures. Okay, and then you can place them in water or place them in the havan that's going on, but of course seek permission first, whatever or whosoever is doing that havan.
okay.
And do not
And
keep, please don't keep photos of gods in the temple and keep. Many people keep under the tree and come off
yes, yes, yes.
because
And don't do
because
that, yeah.
it is going to be people throw stones at it. Some dogs
Yeah,
will go and piss and so many things. So
yes,
let's not do
yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
any
leaving them, yeah, leaving them here and there, no, your karmic bondage will not get cut by that, so don't do
agree,
that.
agree. So, is there any way for the same way for the ancestors' photos?
For the ancestors' photos, no, first you will have to seek permission from your parents who have placed it, right? Whosoever who has placed them. And
Yeah.
then you can, what I did for my personal house was I placed them. So I took them off, I created an album kind of thing,
Mm,
and I placed all the photos in them. So whenever I miss them, I just open them, I just see them, I pray to
okay.
them, and I put it back. That's what I did. So this is
Okay.
just a small idea what you can do.
Okay, fair enough. And second question is, like we spoke about water bodies, right? And you said that any site, you can, whenever there is a water body in the wrong placement, a silver tortoise or a brass tortoise would be used there and inside the water body if it is on the underground side or something. So is it only for the southwest or is it even for the southeast as well?
No, it is for the wrong directions. You can use the
Any direct,
corrections.
any
And
wrong direction.
any wrong direction. You can
Okay,
use it as a remedy.
okay, okay. Not specific to SW.
No, not
No,
specific
Okay,
to South.
don't worry about I know what's like. Don't worry about the metal. Will become anti to this area.
It was just an
Not
example
okay,
yeah.
because the myth,
So
lot of myth is
yeah.
going on about Southwest water bodies. That's why it was
Uh,
just an example.
Not just
okay,
that,
okay,
Dhananjay,
okay.
on the other things, I think what is working in people mind is that this area, if you keep this metal, this become an anti. If you
Mm-hmm.
keep this metal in this area, it become anti. No,
No, see,
don't. So that's why
yeah.
just keep that out. That's why I want to tell it.
See,
Okay.
Guru Mano, what I would like to point out here is Guru Ma has always taught us that these remedies are from the scriptures. If they are not doing anything for you, they will not harm you. Number one.
Okay.
Number second point would be even if you are placing, say, suppose this remedy is for the east and you are placing it in the west, it will definitely affect you in a positive way, although not giving all the benefits of that. Okay.
Okay.
So even if you are placing the scriptural remedy in a wrong direction, that's not a very, very bad thing to do, or the fear should not be there actually in your mind.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Thanks.
No.
Dwaniji, I would like to add here, I think it should be only of silver, gold, or copper, not brass. I think Navneet mentioned brass also, I guess.
No, not brass. Yeah, if you mentioned.
Not brass, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Thank
only
you.
Copper,
silver,
gold,
gold, or
silver.
copper. Yeah.
Yeah, copper, gold, or silver.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Shri, what you hear
And
is
Jayshree,
Jayshree Pare.
everybody.
She is
Jai
also
Shri Pareji,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Jaya student who just
I
came.
didn't know it was just written Shri,
No,
so
I did
Jayshree
not
Pare.
write Jayshree so that, others would confuse me to Miss Jayshree. So, yeah.
Jai Shri ji, yeah, hello.
May I ask a small question?
Sure, Vikram sir.
Now that we have completed this Nanda session for 2 days, uh, maybe instantly we are not having all the questions we need for clarity about these 2 days, what we have learned. So
What's
the
up?
WhatsApp group, we can continue asking and we can
Yeah,
explain.
yeah.
Thank you.
We'll continue for some
About,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, a recording
yeah,
also I'll share, but I would request if you can please download would be easy. We'll keep for some time and then we would like to take it off because
All
of
right.
yeah.
many other reasons, privacies and so many other reasons. We're trying to Google Drive only. So I would request everyone to please download as early as possible, and we trust you all with the privacies of the recordings. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Because this is a science that has been passed through Guru Shishya Parampara, okay? So we don't want to break that.
Yeah, at just one point, I just wanted to tell a lot of things. I think because it's the main fear. There's one study recently they done. We must have seen some reels where small kids were put in a room of snakes, which are pythons, and the parents were watching from outside. Don't try at home, but what I'm saying is the kids were so happy go and trying to test the snakes, and the parents outside were like so fearful. What happened? But what it says is that what it proves is that fear is created emotion. Fear is a created emotion.
Yeah, yeah.
So be
It's not a real thing,
it's
it's
not a
just in
created
our
emotion.
brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Try it out the Vedic. You know that is what the Kriya Shakti in the end says.
And
So
this is all about, experiencing.
yeah.
Everything is about experiencing. Even if somebody tells you should try it out and see for your own self whether it works for you or not and whether it is true or not. And believing in scriptures is the biggest thing because that's our source. That's why it is genuine.
Right.
Bless you, Kamalji.
All right. Then probably we can wind up now.
Yeah. We should.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Jai
See you
Shri.
all soon for the next course. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Okay.
everyone.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.